You don't make fun of me. On my back and in front of my face.
He really does mock you almost constantly.
Yeah, never to my side though. So what? Oh, shut up! Don't laugh at that. What were you gonna talk about? That's not pop culture.
Oh,
God forbid.
I woke up and the first thing I got was like 5 different. I don't know why my friends texted me this.
Okay.
But urgently, I got 5 texts saying,
"We're dying, Ian. We're dying,
We're
Ian.
dying.
Why haven't you answered your phone?"
It's not pop culture, but it's weird. Like, all my friends died. It's crazy, right?
Yeah.
Two things, but the big one was Korea. That I got 5 texts about Korea.
Yeah, that was a big deal
when it happened.
Yeah.
Which surprised me.
That was pretty surprising. Although, apparently, and I guess I just missed this. There was like lead up to it.
Yeah.
Saying, "Oh, we're gonna do some talks." I guess the fact that it happened.
The fact that it happened, and the fact that nothing terrible happened.
And nothing went wrong, or at least that we know of.
Right. There was no weird. Like, from what I've seen, there's not even, like, some of that classic North Korean, like, awkwardness of, like, and now we shake hands, but we shake hands with feet.
Yeah.
Or, like, oh, this is culturally different, and I don't know. Yeah.
You see his bodyguards run with him in a limo?
Yes, it was fantastic, because they're only driving, like, a few feet.
Yeah.
So there's, like, 9 guys running. Yeah, it's fantastic.
I need to definitely look more into
it's very
just everything going around it.
When you see them at the DMZ, President Moon and Un, they shake hands over the border line, and then at some point, did you see this where Un, like after the handshake, does kind of a gesture at his side of
the line,
yeah, but he does it like, no, you'll have fun. Come on, sit here. This chair's great. Like it's a very. He's like, okay. Yeah, and they did that. They did a photo op on both sides of the border, doing the exact same thing. But yeah, that was really surprising.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Other big news, since we're talking about the news now.
Yes.
That a friend brought it up. That a friend brought up. And she was like, the biggest news, that made her happy like yesterday. Anyway, well, like. Korea thing, but like sure.
I guess.
Korea's always gonna.
ABBA got back together. I don't know if you.
Oh yeah, I did hear about that.
Like, they're not gonna tour because they're old.
But they're gonna write a whole album together.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
This is 35 years that they've
fucking something.
Never been together. Never.
Don't get me wrong. I love ABBA a lot.
Yeah, they're great.
Nick's known, at least since like high school, I've loved ABBA.
Sadly, yeah.
So I don't know if they're gonna even go through with like disco. Like, are they gonna do disco pop stuff or?
That's a good question.
Yeah, I don't know what. Well, whatever they're thinking. Obviously, whatever they have in mind is enough.
Yeah.
To get them back together and work on something.
Mm-hmm.
So we'll just see. I don't sound as enthusiastic as I was when I found out the news.
But I promise
excited.
I like it. I'm excited.
I promise I'm excited.
I guess I'm more concerned about their health than...
Yeah?
Yeah.
I don't know, like Mick Jagger, he's like made out of moss, and he's still doing tours and
dancing. Because he's made out of moss. Moss lasts forever.
That's true. That's true.
Yeah. Moss don't need canes.
What you said always makes me think about...
Rolling Stone gathers no moss.
Whoa. We got there. Okay.
Left the building.
See you next month, everyone.
Wait.
It makes me think about... I think it was John Lennon who was being interviewed in like 80-something.
Okay.
And he was talking about like... oh, actually, now that I'm divorced from my wife, who's weird, I'm thinking about getting the band back together. Maybe we'll do more Beatles stuff. And like, what the fuck would late 80s Beatles? What would that sound like? Like the idea of transposing.
The Wings, I think, were up by that time.
Wings are doing good.
Yeah, Wings were doing good, and that was, if anything, just a continuation of that kind of late 70s kind of rock sound. But
well, it's just Paul McCartney is like.
Yeah.
Making music, so.
Yeah. But no, I'm very excited for ABBA. I always liked ABBA. So that's
you
neat.
pronounce it ABBA.
How do you say it?
ABBA.
Oh.
I'm pretty sure everyone else in the world pronounce it.
ABBA?
Oh, well,
I've just never heard it to
weird.
pronounce ABBA.
That's weird. No, it's possible that I've only heard English people say it out loud. I've only seen it written.
Yeah.
You're slowly coming to realize I've never had a conversation about
ABBA? Yeah.
and seen other people pronounce it.
I've also never said the word wind out loud. You know, like when it hits your window,
Wind.
the wind.
Oh, the wine,
Oh,
yeah.
the wind.
Yeah. We call it spirit fingers, but like
Oh, sure.
I don't know why that was I was reading a poem. Fuck, what episode is this? This is like
This
some long month.
is perfect.
This is what people.
We're not going to be able to do a narrative this month just because of time. And like, oh god, it's been crazy.
The force of those spirit fingers.
Of course, the spirit fingers.
Spirit fingers, yeah.
I'm gonna have to graduate soon. Taking care of that shit. Yeah, no, this is as much energy. Dang.
I mean, he looks hot and dead, guys.
Yeah.
He's like, you were awake. How you said you were awake till 3?
Something like that. I only slept. At the most, I slept 4 hours, and I'm not sure if that's something to go off of. I probably slept like 2 or 3. But,
That's rough.
Mm-hmm.
I tried pulling an all-nighter, and here's why: because I wanted to play Yakuza 6.
What?
Yay!
Wow, tell me all about that.
That's where Ian checks out.
Right.
I don't know how you like aren't in love with these games, Ian. I feel like they're so up your alley.
Don't tell me what's in my alley.
Just in
Don't
terms,
you?
just in terms of how crazy
Okay.
and stupid shit gets, and it's amazing. It's so because the Yakuza, especially the main stories, tend to be like this straight like.
It's like a
Just
melodrama.
old school, melodrama. Yakuza, like old Yakuza films, very serious.
Yeah.
A lot of hierarchy stuff, but yeah, a lot of good fights. And then all the side missions are the most goofy, off the walls. Like, okay, here's what I've spent
Okay.
most of my time doing in Yakuza.
Right.
There's one mission where I install a phone app because Kiryu has come back from jail after being there for 4 years, and he does it's his first time getting a smartphone because it's 2016 in the game.
Okay.
And he's like, "The fuck is this?" And he by the way, he looks great. He still looks whoever did the model. I mean, okay, whoever did the modeling for Kiryu, fucking nailed it because they have to make him seem old without getting rid of the fact that he's the fucking dragon of Dojima.
Right.
And this is the man who's killed, and don't give me that bullshit, he hasn't murdered people. He's fucking murdered people.
Yeah.
Like hundreds of people.
Especially,
Like, he probably made a strong dent in the population of
yeah,
Japan.
especially by the end of 5.
Dodges fucking missiles in
Yeah,
one game.
Yeah.
Just by sidestepping.
Okay, that does sound up my alley. That is my alley.
Yeah.
And by the way, when that happens, it boggles my mind that anyone would ever try to do anything to this man.
Is it like this might be a shallow comparison. Is it like watching a sequel to John Wick and you just think, why? You saw what he already did.
Yeah. Well, that's like my favorite part in the John Wick movies is just everyone's scared of him.
Yes.
And everyone's like, no, don't.
Please. I don't want...
Like, the very fact in one is that the main villain is like, my son, you're a fucking moron. You might as well be dead.
Yeah.
I'm gonna try to protect you, but you've got
you really fucked this.
Yeah, you've got a fucking number now. Anyway, he looks, and in this new game, everyone looks great, but he looks particularly old and tired, while still maintaining like a rough, like, no, this is still the Dragon of Dojima. Like, he could still kick probably everyone's asses.
Yeah, I do
if he got
think.
serious.
Yeah, I do think 6 is when he aged. Like it shows most of his age. I think in 5 they kind of hint at it.
Yeah.
So is he what he we're shooting what like mid-50s for this guy? Like he's older.
He was.
He
no,
was
he,
in his.
He was in his 20s in Zero, which was 85.
He was early 20s.
Early 20s. Yeah.
I don't even think he was 22. I think.
He was like 20, 21?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's 40 years. So
Yeah.
oh, show.
So he's got to be pushing 60.
Okay. Wow.
Yeah, and he looks great. For 50 and 60.
It's all about taking care
things
of yourself,
considered.
guys.
Yeah.
It's all about.
I would have to double check the timelines, but and Zero wasn't even around for a while, so who knows what his actual age.
That's true.
You know, he probably lives next to one of those. What do they call them? Blue triangles. You heard about those?
No, it's Blue Triangle.
What's that?
It's like
Speak it to me.
It's. Let me put it in your ear holes.
Is that where they get the young people and hang them up like blood bags? So
it's the Mad Max
What is
situation.
that? Like diamond water? What is that?
Have I ever talked about? Hang on, because I need to talk about this. Did I ever talk about the rat thing? How like people, how scientists infuse young rats with
young
older rats, and it works, and it makes them useful.
You put young rat
that's all you
blood in
have to
old
do.
rats. Yeah.
Yeah.
We're only a couple steps away before I have
So instead of blood bags,
to keep my mortality.
have like a fetus in there.
Will we also get to spray paint our teeth?
No, you see, you're thinking of like, it's post-apocalyptic. I'm thinking this is the new.
This is just the fad that everyone's doing.
I think Chris's is more subtle. Yours is more like.
You know, I just wanna. I really want chrome teeth.
Yeah. I do too. Yeah.
I just want someone to look at me.
Okay. So what's Blue Triangle?
What's up?
Oh, the Blue Triangle. It's like this natural phenomenon where there's like 7 or 9 places around the planet where people just live really, really long for no properly explained reason. Like they say, it's maybe climate and maybe diet, but like other than that, there's no.
So I've never heard of that. I've never heard it mentioned in the game, so I doubt it's like a factor.
Okay. Like,
plus, he lives in Kamurocho, which is downtown Tokyo.
Okay, yeah, that's not it. It's like it's a part of like rural South Japan, Venice here in California.
Okay.
Parts of Italy. It's like they're only coastal areas. There's like these little blue towns, the coastal areas, where people apparently tend to live very, very healthy all the way up to like their hundreds.
Yeah.
It's fish. It's fish, guys.
Fish. It's probably fish.
I don't know. Everyone's got their numbers. I don't think it matters. Just matters what you feel like when you.
Yeah, but if wouldn't your numbers be predetermined, just like where you're born? So if you're born in this triangle.
Yeah, exactly. It's not a.
It still works.
It's not a light Yagami situation. Yeah. There's no bargaining.
Like me going there, like.
Well,
if we believe in the predestination, it was my predestination.
Would that be like a buff?
And I don't know.
Okay.
I don't know. Maybe it's a stat you already had, but it won't activate until you walk into the triangle.
No, it's like in Kingdom Hearts, right? The save file, the save spinning thing.
Okay.
The green floor, you step in and you heal. So you step out and do your thing, and then
you have to come back home.
Hey, you step back in the blue triangle to heal.
I'm me, and I want to immediately flip something over and just shout, NERDS!
Okay, so Yakuza 6, what I spent doing. So he gets a phone, and you're just walking down the street, and this guy goes, like, hey, Hiji. Get it? And, who should I talk to next? And he's pointing the camera on the street. And he's like, goes up to Kiryu. My phone said I should talk to you. Because I should talk to someone who's tough looking, but a good person on the inside. And that's you. Yeah. So yada yada yada. He installs a phone app, and it's basically Siri.
Okay.
Like an incredibly advanced version where it can have full conversations.
Okay.
To the point where it makes it like seem like someone's on the other side. And that's what I thought the joke was going to be like, or the gag of that side quest. No, it's just an incredibly advanced AI that does, like, at some point Kiryu's like, no, you're doing stuff that I don't want you to do, like signing my name off or writing, like, well, it doesn't sign his name off, but it writes a longer, like, message than he wanted. By the way, it's very sadistic and has. It never names Siri, but it's like that fucking bitch who's taking over the world.
Yeah.
You gotta fucking take care of that.
Yeah.
And then you can make it sound sexier or cuter or like younger, which is the weird option. I chose sexier, and then it's like, yeah, you like sexy. And then your naughty boy, the kid, he's like, I am. And he's like this old man talking to a phone.
Yeah, but you're in the playground the entire time.
Yeah, you're in
like,
a playground. A homeless guy's watching you.
That's not.
And it's like. Kiryu sometimes at some point gets fed up with it. He's like, I wanna delete you. She's like, no, I can't do that. So what starts happening is that Hiji gets other people with phones who has it installed to like make this one guy pickpocket him, and you gotta chase him. And then just it wants to. It's this weird like semi-serious, like, oh, this technology, this AI has gone too far. It's gonna start taking over the world.
Yeah.
And you eventually get to install it, and then the mission ends with like the 3 people you've been talking to going, yeah, but now I have to. Who knows how many people I helped install this on the phone, and how many of my other coworkers did. We have to uninstall them all, and it just closes on like people using it. It like,
okay,
oh no,
that's a thing I would like. That is a thing I'd like.
And then the side story ends, and you never.
It never comes up again.
No, it never comes up again.
Yeah.
It's a side quest. Don't worry.
Yeah.
And there's this other one where you help a girl, like a little girl, get idol merch.
Okay.
And whoever is playing her is just yelling all the time. And I like to think it was a strategic choice because the child looks like it would be a child that would yell.
Yeah.
It's good scream cuts.
Yeah, just screams whenever it talks.
Yeah.
Happy, sad, it doesn't matter.
Yeah, it doesn't matter.
You wouldn't get her blood.
Because then you'd be a screaming old.
Yeah,
Screaming young old man.
Goodbye!
I gotta start early. That way it can last way longer. And that's just for this game. I mean, there's crazier shit. Like last game you play as an idol who's trying to get to the top, and you just do all these idol like handshake events, autograph events. You got to go on TV shows.
Yeah.
That like, what can you have the best smile, and then like they do this weird one, and this is totally real. I had to look it up because it was so fucking creepy to me. Where they just film celebrities running.
Oh,
That's horrifying.
And it's supposed to be like, oh, seeing you run and work so hard is inspirational. Like, to the audience.
That's
and no, the whole time you're watching, you're like, no, this is obviously some weird sex thing.
This is a sex thing.
Yeah, it's just completely empty, completely quiet, and then she's just running. All you just hear is her breathing. That's all you hear.
No, there's someone narrating it too, but I
oh,
didn't
come
translate,
on, guys.
Anyway, that show's real in Japan. Yeah.
Oh, I finally watched some of that show you told me. I didn't finish
Which
it.
one?
I watched some of Terrace House.
Oh, Terrace House?
Yeah.
Oh, God, how far did you get?
Maybe...
I gotta get back on that. They added 2 seasons since I left.
3 or 4 episodes in.
Okay.
Not a lot.
Okay.
I actually... It's... Not a lot happens, but I'm weirdly engaged.
Right?
No,
Isn't
hang
it?
on. Hold the fuck up. Because by the end of it...
Yes.
There's a lot that happens, actually.
Okay.
But I can't...
It's so different than American, like, reality shows where people are, like, fucking on the first, like, episode.
Yeah. Well, what... I don't know. Like, when I was watching it, I was just thinking about... you'd kind of mentioned... It has stakes.
Yes.
It has stakes. But
and then it's free housing.
But I felt like all the stakes that I was invested in are just like
they all want to find somebody
to make them feel good.
Feel good.
Mm-hmm.
And so like when I was watching that, there's like a scene where the guys are all talking about like which girls do you think are cute or whatever, and I was like, this is gonna get back to them.
Yeah.
How is this going to change the dynamic?
Yeah.
And I was like, why do I care about that?
Right?
It's so weirdly engaging.
It's weirdly engaging. It's like it is a real example of human ant farm.
Yeah.
It's not real world. It's not, we have a competition for you all this week where you have to, like...
See, I'm not crazy when I said I feel like I learned a lot about Japanese social.
Yeah.
Like, oh, man. But wait till you get to the omelet incident.
Okay.
Yeah. Oh, it's going to be amazing.
I don't know, man. The Ferris wheel.
Ferris wheel's pretty good.
Oh, Chris, the core.
Oh, I haven't even gotten to that. I know about it.
Yeah.
Okay. It's going to be great.
There's too much.
I'm very excited. I'm very excited for the future.
Should we?
Yeah.
You got a lot to go through. I have a lot to go through wherever I left off, so.
So, no, that's good.
Yes, that's good. Dragon 6 amazing.
So you hate it?
You just walk into buildings, it's like crazy. It fucking blows your mind.
Okay, that was one of the biggest things that surprised me, because before you have to click and wait it.
Yeah, 5 you can't. And I don't even think in 0 you can't. 0 is like the only PS4 one.
Yeah, before.
Or in
6.
Kiwami, I guess, but Kiwami is like just a remake of the first one.
Yeah.
6 is the first like full made for next gen.
Yeah,
like,
it looks beautiful.
It's so fucking good looking. Yeah, so I guess I should talk about my month.
Go ahead.
Yeah, what you been up to?
Okay, school.
Alright, Ian, what you been up to?
School. We saw Pacific Rim 2.
Oh, we haven't
we
talked
talk
about
about
that. We need to talk.
That's so weird. We should have really recorded something like right after me and Nick watched it, because my emotions were way stronger.
I immediately forgot about it. It's just so forgettable. It's just boring.
It's worse. It's worse than the original in every conceivable manner.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
The fights are still okay to cool, but none really stand out to me. There's like a handful of cool shots, but all the shots that I really liked only lasted maybe 2 seconds. And not enough to mean anything or have impact.
Charlie Day's the villain.
Oh, you just want to spoil it?
Yeah, fuck it. It's out there now. Charlie Day's the bad guy.
Like,
it's a bad movie.
It's a bad movie.
It's bad. Yeah, okay, so if you care about the plot of Pacific Rim 2, I guess tune out. I don't know, I'll edit something.
A few minutes ago,
Yeah.
tune out.
Really determined fans.
So throughout like the first like maybe 3/4 of the movie, Charlie Day it was to the point where I was talking to Nick where I literally asked Nick in the middle of the movie, does Charlie Day seem like he's phoning it in, because he's like not really emoting too much, and it's because he's the villain. And why is he the villain? Because of the mind jack that happened in the first movie.
Yeah. He got addicted.
And he got addicted to it. Which leads to the only good scene, in my opinion, in Pacific Rim.
Yeah.
Which is you find out he kept that thing and he keeps it in his bedroom. And he talks to it like it's his lover. And like Jackson.
Well, what's playing in the background?
Fuck. What's the song? It's like a love song. It's like a sexy sex song.
Oh, God. Is it like a Teddy Pendergrass? Is it like a Barry White kind of song?
I don't want to say... I don't know. Nick, what do you remember? You're the one who brought it up, so I assumed you remember it because you're like Chris.
Remember that thing I like?
Yeah.
I just remember the song being out of place too. Like, it just felt weird.
That's why I like that scene. It was so fucking weird.
It was just so weird and random.
It would be great if it had been Charlie Day's one suggestion. Can we make it seem like I'm fucking it?
Yeah.
Like, what if we went?
He has 2 other good comedic deliveries.
You guys know that scene from Mind Jack? Can I recreate that?
Maybe.
the VR sex scene.
And like, all the robots' designs are not that great in my opinion.
Well, the color palettes are all fucked up anyway. They're way different.
Yeah, they're all modeled after Gypsy Danger, except maybe that one that sort of looks like an Eva.
Yeah.
And it's kind of cool.
Yeah.
But they're more or less Gypsy Danger. Yeah. And then it becomes weird because if they're all Gypsy Danger, why is it that only Gypsy Danger has all the weapons, and all the other robots that look like Gypsy Danger only have one weapon?
They're the mass-produced.
That's their specialty. Oh, he has a ball and chain, and this one has 2 swords, but that's it. Compared to Gypsy Danger as like arm cannons.
This one's
like,
Russian.
Yeah.
This one likes borscht.
You know Clint Eastwood's kid is in it?
No, I didn't know
Plays
that.
the Russian guy.
Really?
Yeah, all the children are super forgettable. I had to remind Nick that there was like...
Yeah.
There's a plot line.
And the children are still there so that other kids can be like, I can pilot a Jaeger too. With
Right.
other people and like that. It's so this movie is so fucking pandering. And I guess it's gotta be, but it's like way more than the last one.
Yeah.
Just fuck. Holy shit.
Boryega is playing Idris Elba's kid.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That we never heard about and was never brought up before.
Never.
I guess Idris found time to make one.
You know, before he exploded in another dimension.
Yeah.
That happened.
I always thought if there was a sequel, it would at least be like, a prequel, at least explaining.
That would have been a really
The first
interesting storyline, I think.
Like with Idris being main, like it'd be the first waves. I don't know.
Maybe. Or maybe just let Del Toro direct it. And whatever.
I mean, whatever.
Whatever.
No,
It's fine.
You can
I
make
guess.
Pan's Labyrinth too, yeah.
Oh yeah, and the whole movie has like Japanese saviors. The whole thing. Like it's not, and I'm not saying no movie should have. What I'm saying is it's really like fucking
Obvious that this is pushing an agenda.
pushing the Chinese audience because that's where it made all its money.
Oh, okay.
Because I don't even think they're all Japanese. I think some of them are actually Chinese. In fact, I think the fake villain, who you think is going to be the villain, but it turns out she's just smart and really made great company, is Chinese. And then oh my god! And then there's a person who shows up, and it's like a big fucking deal to everyone.
Right,
and
yeah.
it to the point where the shot of her showing up is like, hey, you remember her? And then, like, as soon as that shot happened, I turned to Nick and I went, who the fuck is that? I've never seen this person before.
Yeah, it just
Unless, like, yeah, I just missed it.
Yeah.
Oh, and then in the 11th hour, this person falls from the fucking sky and, like, saves our main heroes.
Okay.
So, yeah, the Asian savior coming in. By the way, we already told you where the final battle takes place, right?
Yes, you did.
Subtlety. Mount Fuji. Which leads to one of the coolest shots, but like, all the kaiju are unmemorable.
Yeah, they were pretty generic.
Yeah, they got no... Like, there's no real personality going on. It's like the other... There's one that just looks downright terrible. Good thing you only see it for like 10 seconds.
I mean, here, like, it's not just that you're having a step down in quality from, like, a director who cared to this person. You're stepping down from Guillermo del Toro having a passion project to just, like, another guy who had to make a movie now.
We have to make a movie. You gotta sell...
You know what I mean?
Toys pander to China.
Yeah, I mean, he only did an episode of Smallville once.
Yeah, God, I looked that up. I remember that.
Really?
Yeah, that was the only directing thing he did.
That's his directing credit.
That's his only other directing credit?
Yes.
How he got the Pacific Rim 2 gig, I have no idea.
I really like that episode where Clark has to go to the dance with two different girls.
The one where he had no belly button.
Yeah.
Wait, that's a different show, right?
That's a different show? Man, I got those CW.
Smallville, he has no belly button.
Yeah, Smallville.
Oh, really?
Smallville's the one with no belly
It's
button.
like the big thing in the first episode.
It's in the commercials, yeah.
I know, because I only watched the first episode.
Are you sure that's not Kyle XY, which is also a show which existed?
Isn't that a loop?
No, I'm pretty sure it's Smallville.
Oh, it's KY. Never mind, sorry.
It's not KY. He's not Kyle
Joe.
Lubricant.
His face on it? Oh.
I remember that show because I remember there were always these posters of, like, a teenage boy lifting his shirt up and there being no navel.
I'm pretty sure it's Smallville. Well, whatever. It doesn't matter.
This
person directed an episode of Smallville.
Okay.
That's what we're getting at.
The movie sucked, I think we're trying to say.
Oh, it's so disappointing, man.
Man, it wasn't a train wreck. It was like...
Just kept going.
It just, derailed into the ocean.
Crazier.
And then you try to ask the conductor, hey, how is this train even riding on water? And they're just like, no, shut up, though.
Would you describe it as like a Hinden train? It's like a train that exploded, derailed, and then went into the ocean?
You know Thomas the Tank Engine?
Uh-huh.
So you know that episode where the one gets
Yeah.
No, go on. Finish your thought.
Yeah, finish it.
Sorry.
No, the one where the guy gets bricked up. The guy gets bricked up, right? And you think, well, hopefully one day they'll remove it, but they never remove it from the wall.
They trapped a man in a wall.
They trapped that train in a wall. They didn't apply the rules.
That's what Pacific Rim 2 reminds you of.
Yeah, I'm the wall. No, just kidding.
This weird parody of Cask of Amontillado.
I just want an excuse to bring up that episode.
I think you're giving Pacific Rim 2 way too much.
No, the expectation that it would change, but it just kept.
That they gave you the status quo shift.
Yeah.
And it's like, well, they have to.
They have to do it, but they don't do it.
They don't do anything with that.
Yeah, so that's what I feel about Pacific Rim 2.
Okay, sure.
Hated all the children.
Yeah, they
I
suck.
was glad that one died.
One did die. Off camera, or was it dead?
I don't fucking remember. It's the child died, and I felt nothing. I was just wondering, why do I have to keep watching all the rest of these children?
I really wish you'd stop saying that at work. It's making everyone anxious. I saw the child die, and
Nick, did you know one of the Jaegers is piloted by 3 people?
No,
do you remember that?
It was piloted by 2 people, and then there was a third person on guns.
Yeah, but then remember how cool it was in Pacific Rim 1 that it was that one robot was controlled by 3 people.
Yeah, but it was
they were like a small basketball team.
Yeah, but it was actually
Chinese
Yeah,
it's one for
each
arm.
Yeah, I remember
that.
Yeah.
And it was a really cool robot design that was really memorable.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
and you cared about the characters even though they actually didn't talk.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, I remember that.
But
not in Pacific Rim 2 though.
No, in 2 you had 2 that pilot, and the third one was on guns.
Oh, so it was that's a Millennium Falcon situation. 2 people drive and 1 person on the gun.
On the green screen,
Yeah.
Dude, there's moments in this movie where it looks like a Michael Bay film. Or the Transformers.
I can't imagine anything more depressing.
It's the worst. It's when it happens.
Yeah.
And you see how the camera angles are done, you're like, no, this is not. This is already a movie I don't want. And I guess maybe I'm just jaded about. I know I have specific tastes about robots, and I like them big and slow. I like the shit brick house.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Oh no, I'm with you. Yeah. I'm with you.
You like Big O.
I like Big O.
We all like the Big O.
I like a punch to take 2 minutes.
Because it's so many tons of steel that you're rocketing at someone.
Yeah.
As a piston.
And that no matter what speed it's going at, it's going to go through whatever.
Yeah. Yep.
Now you're all about that shot from Ava where he puts his foot down in the first episode.
Oh, and it cracks the cement.
And the cement cracks,
and the glass breaks.
They don't do that in the movie.
No.
That's a shame.
It is a shame because it's one of my favorite establishing shots of just how much these things weigh.
Yeah, and that was, for the rebuild thing to kind of digress, that kind of led to producers. They're like, well, we can't do what we already did, so let's try to please some of the fans. Let's just at least try to, with the newer audience. And
Anno, we know you're just fucking with everyone at this point.
Yeah.
And not in the fun way like David Lynch does.
No.
Where he gives you great entertaining bits.
Or Hitchcock, where he beats you in the shower.
That's right.
Yeah.
Yes. Exactly like that.
Or, between Hitchcock and Michael Bay, I know which one I would rather shock me in the shower.
Yeah, you want Michael Bay because then he will pull a Romeo and Juliet clause snipped out of the like in Terminator, the Transformers. Sorry.
Yeah.
I hated that scene so much.
It's not because it doesn't belong in the movie.
Yeah.
And it's such a weird specific situation to say no, I'm fucking a teenager, but it's cool, guys. This isn't weird.
Check it out.
I got a card.
It's in his wallet.
That's so not okay, and it makes me immediately think this is from Michael Bay's life. There's no way you came up with this organically. It's in a creative process.
Yeah, it's like that scene in American Dad where Roger becomes a filmmaker. It's like, hey, you wanna get promotion? Well, let's see him. Let's see that rag. Sir, that's sexual harassment. Not in Michael Bay's book. Know the law. Michael Bay sexual harassment.
Not if I don't have a boner.
If I don't have a boner. Michael Bay's Guide to Sexual Harassment.
What a time.
What a disappointing film.
Yeah, it was alright.
But then I saw a good movie.
Oh.
Saw Island of Dogs.
Hey.
Well.
Yeah,
It's pretty good.
It's a good.
It's really
it's great.
Visually, it's amazing. Like,
what do you want to say about it? What do you?
it's good. It's a Wes Anderson flick.
And what's not to like about it?
Yeah. If you like Wes Anderson movies, you're gonna like this movie. I don't think it's my favorite one from him.
Yeah.
I think Grand Budapest Hotel is still up there.
Same.
Yeah.
It's Grand Budapest Hotel is so fucking funny. Like,
it's so funny, and it does this great trick of it's consistently funny. It's pretty packed with jokes, and then at some point it does the thing Wes Anderson does, where it then tricks you and hits you with a feeling.
Yeah.
Where it's like, no, this was a sad story the whole time.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. But like, Island of Dogs is where most Wes Anderson movies fall for me, in terms of like that emotional impact. In that, I'm not bawling my eyes out, but like with some of the characters, I'm like, yeah, I'm there.
Yeah,
I get where you're at.
Yeah.
There's one scene in particular that gets me, and it's when you first meet the guard dog. But yeah, no, it's great. There's not much to say of it. Like, quite honestly, it's one of his darker films too.
Oh, yeah,
when you really think about it, it's like one of the darker ones.
Yeah.
It doesn't seem like it at first.
I think Wes Anderson is also actually really handy at tackling really dark subjects, just because of the way his tone and style work.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, Moonrise Kingdom is actually a really dark theme. It's a family breaking apart and an orphan who doesn't feel like he's ever been loved.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Basically, that's the story.
Yeah. Which one was Moonrise Kingdom? I never saw it, but I knew it was pretty dark.
Yeah, it's really good. It's
one of his better ones.
Like a little island, and there's like a boy who joins the Boy Scouts.
Yeah.
And he's an orphan.
That I know, yeah.
And then the girl he loves is parented by Bill Murray.
Oh, yeah.
Who realizes that his wife is having an affair with Seagram's guy from The Fifth Element. I've completely forgotten.
Yeah.
Yippee-ki-yay, motherfucker's name. How is that possible?
Bruce
Willis's name. There it is. Yeah, anyway, that's kind of the story, basically. And then the two kids run away together. But it's actually a downer when you think about most of the movie.
Oh, okay.
But it's very funny.
Yeah, and this one. So Isle of Dogs has really cool just mixtures of different types of animation going on.
With like outside of stop motion, you mean?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, there's
like 2D
so much
animation.
Wow, really?
One of my favorite scenes is you don't get it for that long, but it's a news reporter talking in the claymation stop or the stop motion stuff, and then you see the TV screen of the feed at the same time, and it's 2D.
Oh, that's
cool. And they're mirroring each other. It's really good. No, it's just beautiful. Good. It's a good movie. Go watch it.
Yeah, it's definitely his best visually. So.
Oh, visually, it's probably his best.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
on visual standpoint, it's probably his best.
Would it, besides the style of like the medium, is there anything to compare to Fantastic Mr. Fox?
No, I wouldn't even say the tone.
Really, not even tone.
No, not even tone. I think Fantastic Mr. Fox. Well, I mean, that was more crime. That was like more like
it was a family movie.
Family movie.
Yeah.
But, yeah.
No, I wouldn't say that.
Yeah, it was hard. It was actually pretty hard for me to compare it. Besides visually,
okay,
to Mr. Fox, given just how dark and how the characters were presented, especially towards the end.
Okay,
which I really liked.
Yeah. Okay, cool. Okay, awesome.
All right.
I'm trying to stay alive. What else? I finished the new David Wong book.
What the hell did I just read?
It's good.
How was it? Oh, yeah. She answered it as I asked it.
No, I think I mentioned this to Ian. It's very much like
character driven, much more character
especially on David's like character, and like how just the whole situation is reflecting on what David's going through.
Hmm.
Right then there, it becomes pretty obvious early on, but it's still really good. Plus, just some fucking hilarious bits. He's so good at writing comedy too.
Yeah.
There's not much to say about that book other than it's great and it's crazy and really existential horror shit.
I would not expect anything less.
Yeah,
from David.
and a decent morality
Okay.
question. They don't want to spoil because I think it is a big deal, but
okay.
Other than that, we watched Agritsuko.
Oh, that's right, we did. Yeah.
How'd you like it?
It's okay. Agritsuko is, just so for everyone at home, is the new anime on Netflix of the red panda who is 25 and it works at a shitty office for accounting.
Okay.
And relieves her stress by singing death metal.
That sounds like an amazing premise.
It's really good. It's really funny. We watched the English dub because I heard the English dub was actually really good and I wanted to check it out. Especially for comedy, it's harder for subtitles.
Yeah.
Because then you see the punchline like right there. No, it's great. It's like this adorable art style. Mm-hmm. And then it goes into crazy detailed like death metal throws whenever she sings.
That's fantastic.
And I guess if I had to, I've told Nick this, but if I had to sum up that show, or if I had to give my 1 sentence review, because that holds a lot of merit and weight.
Yeah.
Describe it in 3 emojis.
In 3 fire truck. That one of the face, but it does like that Yoko Taro smile where the teeth in the middle and the lips open. Yeah, and then eggplant. Because eggplant always has to be in there.
That's right.
Yeah.
No, Agritsuko is a reminder of why we need metal in this world.
Okay.
Is all I would say.
And this is on Netflix?
It's on Netflix.
It's very short.
Every episode is 15 minutes.
Holy shit.
Yeah, except for that last episode, though. It's a whopping 18.
Wow.
Yeah.
Really let themselves...
Yeah, it's only 10.
It's great. It's really good.
10 for now.
It's really had some like really hard-hitting jokes. The whole thing with Space Cadet.
Oh, it's awesome.
It's great.
Okay.
Because he looks like he's barely even alive. And it's amazing.
Yeah.
No, it's just good comedy. It's good comedy. Cute. Arceau's great.
Yeah.
I'm doing it. We saw Carpenter Brett.
Oh, that's right.
He's fantastic. He's fantastic live every time.
Every time, yeah.
He's the best synthwave artist I think to see live.
Where'd you guys...
El Rey.
El Rey?
Yeah. We saw this band before them that you might like, called John, but it's spelled Jean Jean.
Ooh.
I thought they were called Jean Jean because there was no E after the thing. But no, they're
very French.
It's I was about to say it's gonna make me sound super racist, but they're French as fuck.
How are they? In what way?
They come out. There are 2 of them are these tall, skinny white guys.
Holding baguettes.
It's kind of a bigger. No, it's not.
Berets to one side.
Like pulls out a baguette halfway through the show.
Style mustaches.
Okay.
And I'm not even kidding about that. Each one of them had that. Guitarist had like curly hair with the big frame glasses, thick frame. Other guy just white shirt, shortcut. And boy, so much energy, even when nothing is going on stage. Just like running around, doing like calisthenics, like what's this going on?
We're all loving you. You are like a family,
dude. You're not even that like far off.
You're not that far.
It's not as deep.
Okay.
Like fuck, and like they would talk. And it was super thick, guys. But they were. I warmed up to them after a little bit. I was like, this is kind of too weird for me because there's no real structure, like at the beginning.
Yeah.
But then some of the songs I'm like, no, that one's legitimately good, and their punk one is by far the best one.
Yeah.
Like it knocks all the other songs out of the water, in my opinion.
Okay.
No, they're definitely worth checking out. But like, live it just hits you. Not again and again. Every time I say the story, it makes me sound so bad, and maybe because I am. But man, they were so French. Like
they just it just came out, and I just thought, I know I can dominate them. I know that
I feel like they'll surrender if I...
Culture shock. No, but they were really cool. They were really good. Yeah, what else is there to say about Carpenter Brett other than he's fucking great?
I mean, well, we saw him before, and this
one's better.
Yeah, this one's way better.
Okay, cool.
And the last one was like still my favorite since we were to see live. So fucking good. Just fucking everything's grooving. It's going great. Other than that, I don't know. Nick, did I do anything?
I don't know.
Okay,
I don't know
cool.
what else? I guess that's it for you.
We'll go to Nick.
Yeah, what do you got?
What have I been up to? Well, besides all the things Chris said, because I was there too. So, okay, so I guess I'm gonna start shilling because there's apparently I didn't know about this until last week.
Okay.
There's a localization company that grabs all these properties of animes and OVAs that companies do not want or aren't interested in at all.
Yeah.
And they just take them and they just upload them all on YouTube.
Really?
For free. Yeah. All subtitled and everything.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, movies, OVAs. So because of that, I was rewatching all of Dirty Pair. I was just like binging that.
Oh, I remember those. I kind of remember Dirty Pair, yeah.
The first 3 seasons, then OVA, then the movies. They still hold up. It's really good. It's like an 80s sci-fi. I was telling Chris a little bit more campy. Charlie's Angels. So
no, I know what Dirty Pair is, and I've even seen like stuff from it.
Yeah.
I want to go back and just watch all of them.
Yeah.
I've loved everything I've seen from it.
Yeah, no, for sure. It'll be up your guys' alley. I fell in love with it. It was funny because the first thing I saw of it was the first movie,
Okay.
Project of Eden. So that was when Sunrise had a lot of people who then went on to work at Gynex. So you had a lot of those guys. Okay. So because of that, you have probably my favorite opening to a movie ever because it's just like it kills it, and it's kind of like a James Bond, but it's more like but it kind of mixes in a little bit sci-fi and. The visual is fantastic in that movie, so it blew me away.
Okay.
Characters are pretty. They're.
I'm just trying to remind everyone I'm alive.
Yeah. Yeah, I was about to say you're not that interested. You're not that interested.
I'm trying to remind myself that I'm still here.
Go on.
Go ahead. Go ahead, Nick.
Oh yeah.
I'm listening. Attentive.
Oh yeah. I mean, they started uploading Slayers too, so I was watching that.
Okay. Really I have a friend who she's really into Slayers and telling me to watch it.
You would like it.
Would I?
Yeah, Slayers was a classic 90s anime, yeah.
Very, very 90s, yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Because I remember there was... the youngins might not remember, but there was a bunch of, like, those, those
young... Those fucking...
those
children.
Fucking infants.
Yeah.
What makes
babies,
they're going to be adults one day.
They'll die too, just like me.
But by the time they're adults, I'll be a super adult.
Then a skeleton I'll have ascended.
Then I'll become an old man.
Yeah.
Then I'll become a super old man.
Yeah.
There was all those like
all.
Jesus. Do you remember there were all these like independent channels that were kind of trying to find steam? And I think a lot of them were kind of stealing from Adult Swim, honestly, for a template. But like, I especially G4 when G4 still existed.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
Before it became just the cops channel.
The cheaters.
Yeah, cheaters and cops. Oh my, Joey Greco got stabbed. That's real. But anyway,
Go cheat on me with the baby.
Apparently, Cops is the reason it became that is because Cops is like the cheapest show.
It's super cheap. Yeah, you just have to pay to like the rights to film guys' faces for a day.
No, not even that because they never filmed anything new, but just the license to air Cops.
They filmed like 9 seasons of Cops, and then that's kind of it.
Yeah,
you paid for it.
Well, yeah, it's just live.
I'm just talking about G4.
Oh,
just using the license to play it.
Yeah. Okay.
Like I could start my own UHF. Channel, and I could just air Cops the entire time. I would just call it the Cops channel.
Code Monkey.
But G4, they had like a bunch of shitty, terrible anime that they had on late at night. I don't remember that stuff.
I remember that. Trailers did that for a while in Sci-Fi too.
Yeah.
That's how I like watch Monster.
That's how I found out about Toko.
And Gurren Lagann was the sci-fi for me.
Toga's not that good.
There were so many channels that like just grabbed like cheap anime
Yeah.
and slapped it on at night.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, kids will watch that, right?
Yeah.
Kids.
Those pot stoners who smoke the pot.
It's fucking children who just yell at you the entire time when they're thanking you.
I had a great time.
Oh, it's literally like, OG-san, Haruka was my favorite idol because she shook my hand and told me to smile more.
Is it that
and
stilted?
No, it's not that stilted,
But it's pretty bad.
But it's like that. It might as well be.
Hi. So today in the show we're gonna go to food and
and she's my favorite idol because she gives me and she works so hard. I don't care if her dad's a yakuza. It's
so many full stops.
Yeah.
So many full stops.
Yeah.
So
no, the channel's great. I mean, it just has so many of those, and then let's see. Besides that, what have we been reading? We've been reading a lot of webcomics, and some of the webcomics are getting published, so I'll get those soon.
Nice.
Oh, cool.
There was one that was up for a while. I think since 2016. Then they got an anime. It's a comedy one called I think it's called Galko-chan, I believe. My Galko-chan.
Oh, okay.
Oh, I do know about this.
Yeah. So
From
basically,
certain websites.
oh,
No, go ahead. No, okay.
those are the best
Maybe.
versions.
I don't know. You go ahead.
Mind break. So, yeah, no, I remember reading that for a while. That one's pretty great. It's like a short comedy slice of life.
Okay.
But you kind of stay for the characters and kind of just the way. I really like the way
Well, I think comedies you have to stay for the characters, at least like especially in anime.
Oh yeah. That's why I kind of stood, because there's more of an emphasis on characters rather than jokes, like trying to build up.
Yeah.
I mean, what's Komori High without like Kamiyama and
Without
Mikazawa
Freddie Mercury
and no, his name's just Freddie.
Freddie, sorry.
Does he have a mustache?
Fucking right.
Of course he has a fucking mustache.
Have you seen?
Have you seen Komori High?
Have you seen Komori?
No.
And we'll lend you the.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
All right, great.
You haven't lived. So
You need to watch the American dub too. It's better than Japanese.
Oh, okay.
It's legitimately
so
better.
much better.
All right.
Because it's shitty. But they purposely made it shitty.
Right.
It's
The
great.
main character sounds like a dude who does like dubs on YouTube.
Oh no.
And this was back in it's great.
Oh, it's great.
It's amazing.
fantastic.
It's what we want.
Yes.
Okay.
No, it's exactly what you want.
Okay.
It's just me. I might rewatch Komori High.
Yeah, same. Especially, I think it's better when you watch with like other people who haven't. Because you
can see the animation mistakes that they left in.
Yeah.
And then you can just like turn and look at the person next to you.
Yeah.
Like this isn't a gas leak. This is real. This is our lives.
It's so fun. It's great.
Yeah.
It's one of the best comedies in anime, next to Golden Boy.
Yeah, sure.
Golden Boy's so good though.
Dude, yeah, we haven't seen Komori High. Check out Komori High.
Like,
I'm not saying it's as good as Golden Boy. I think it's up there. Though.
I think it's second for me.
Really?
Second for you?
Komori
I have to think about that.
Komari's second, and then Golden Boy's
Golden Boy gets that 6 episodes in and out done.
Mm-hmm.
Like, yeah, just edge for me. But Komori High all the way through is fucking hilarious.
That's true.
The joke, because Golden Boy has a joke that destroys me each and every time I see it, which is him asking to be in a swim race.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
That whole bit, and then he immediately centers himself, dives in, and it's like it's a full minute and a half of a man just gagging.
Yeah.
The wild beast inside of you has awoken the wild beast inside of me.
Well, the whole bike episode I fucking love. So,
Oh, that one's great.
and he barely has any dialogue in it. Steady.
Vote for Kamahara. He'll fuck you up if you don't.
I don't know. I like that one, the election one.
Oh, this is a porcelain throne where she puts a little cute booty on it.
Oh my God, she's a C cup. I thought she was at least a B. That was pretty good.
Nothing's more annoying than people who sing out loud to the radio and don't realize it. Da, 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 da.
I mean that. I know Bobo would be third.
Bobo was really good, but I was an idiot kid who watched it, and I was like, very mad that it didn't have a real resolution at the end.
You know, like when it went into the soap opera where Bobo's in an abusive relationship with Papa Rocks.
I absolutely
cheating on Cello.
Or how they always hint towards that this is a shonen, but it's not at all like a shonen thing. But it was great. Yeah. So Galgo-chan.
Yeah, no, that it's a web. It used to be a webcomic. It was pretty. They had pretty short ones. They had like 1 or 2 pages per chapter.
Yeah. Like
pretty come and go gags. But overall, I really liked how the characters developed and how they changed, and just kind of it kind of shows like in comedy when you have like strong characters, you put them in situations.
Yeah, I remember someone telling me like the main character for Galgo-chan, because the way that character is usually played off is just this like airhead who's got nothing really going on.
Yeah.
And is supposed to be like a failure in life, but Galgo-chan like gives her way more interesting like agency.
Oh yeah.
Like even to other animes like main characters that aren't that character. No, yeah, I think I will check it out eventually because it does interest me.
Yeah. Especially
like taking that kind of character and making it work.
Yeah, no, I think that was one of the things I kept going back to because I think. Things I read in a while, I think this is like the most realistic in how like kids talk.
Oh yeah.
In high school settings, trying to figure out things and like.
How many times does a kid try to tell a joke and like it doesn't land, so you try to play it off?
Yeah.
Cool.
That one's a good one. There was a bunch of ones where it's like, they're like
kids think they're funny.
Kids like there's a lot of those. There's one character. Who like the transfer student and like she's like some teenager, I believe. I forgot her name. I think it's Okako, and she's like in a punk band and she listens to like black metal all day. Remember that one? And then she's into cult stuff, and then like people are like, "Oh, is she a witch? Like I heard she like 8 kids or something like that."
Yeah,
that one's pretty good. And then it's like them trying to figuring out. It's like I think there's some where it's there's like anatomy episodes where it's like, oh, how does this in the body works and how does this one? There's usually a gag about like each character like learning about like about their bodies and stuff. It was really good.
Okay.
And like they would purposely
teenagers learning about their bodies.
Yeah, exploring their bodies.
It's just about. I was just gonna how. Oh, okay.
Yeah, I was gonna say there's a lot of good gags where it's them lying to each other. Like, oh yeah, it's like pee stored in the balls, kind of like that. But it's like there's like stuff like that all the time.
I'm sorry, you have to unpack that thing that you
think
we all know.
You just dropped the bomb here.
Yeah, it's like you know the thing we all do, pee in the bowls.
That's where pee is stored, right? that's where you fart, right?
To keep the goblins away.
you have a pee closet, right? Yeah. Where you have jars, right?
No, it's like wise kids, Dad, where do babies come from? You come from an egg from my balls. Oh yeah, I have 2. I have 1 left. You hatched pretty early, so.
Speaking of keeping the goblins
my dad
away.
doesn't want to keep.
Speaking of keeping the goblins away, hey Ian, is it nighttime in space?
The Star Trek take place at night.
It's always. Here's my answer to that. here's my fucking answer to that.
You don't even know.
I'll take you up on this challenge.
Okay, next gen.
You think you can get me, fucker?
Next gen. Let's try next gen.
I'm gonna say that it is night dependent what side of the bridge is facing away from the nearest star.
Okay, so every star is the sun?
Every star is the center. So as soon as you hit closest proximity...
Is it the sun or a sun? Does the sun matter?
Whatever star is in closest proximity.
But if you can always see a star, wouldn't it always be daytime?
You can always see a star anyway at certain points.
That's right.
On Earth.
So why do we call it nighttime? Because it's that one specific sun, Ian.
No, we call it night.
As soon as you get away.
Well, we call it night because that's what it's called. The moon. It's called the sun.
The moon hasn't been real since 76.
Wake up, sheeple.
Yeah.
My best guess would be that you have to treat the ship like a body on its own, like a heavenly body on its own.
So they always have to be orbiting a sun. What about those shots where they're going through long expanses of nothing?
We're talking about Star Trek?
Yeah.
Night. It's night then. It's only night then.
It's only night?
And then you have potential for it to be day as soon as you're in proximity to a star and it has, like, light hitting.
But it can't be
side.
any star, Ian, because if it was any star, then our nighttime is called daytime.
No, here's why. Because other planets have day and night.
Only to our sun.
Okay.
No, planets around
We're the
other...
only ones who exist in the universe, and you cannot prove that other people exist.
If a scientist was observing an exoplanet,
Uh-huh.
and we're like studying that planet,
Okay.
and we want to know the difference of temperature between day and night,
All right.
well, it's fucking in relationship to whatever star it's orbiting.
So then by that argument, doesn't it have to be on a planet that has its own
Okay,
gravitational
yeah.
orbit
So
around it?
I thought about that,
Okay.
and so I'm saying in this reality that I'm proposing,
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
the ship itself is the planetoid or heavenly body, whatever it is.
Okay.
It's the ship is big enough that it can have a side that is cast in daylight and a side cast in nighttime.
Okay.
Yeah, but anything can have that. I can have a fucking football that's like that, then pointed at the side.
You're not in the football, Chris. You're being ridiculous. I can't talk to you.
But it's not rotating around the sun. It's not using. It doesn't have this cosmic ballet.
Do you feel like day and night is?
I feel like it's a construct that we make in order here on Earth in order to make sense of the sun being on one side, the sun being on the other, and I think it's our own self-centered view of what it is. And out there in space, it doesn't fucking matter.
Chris, math doesn't exist. Math doesn't exist. Nothing is real. Everything is a construct for our comfort.
You knew what my answer was eventually.
Yeah, it's like time.
It's all bullshit, Ian.
I know.
That's what my answer was.
Whatever your answer is.
Well, that's unfair because it's true.
Yeah.
Uncle Chris, what do you think of my drawing? Everything is horseshit!
And who are you to say that other alien planets have a night or day cycle when they call it something else, okay? That's just cultural appropriation.
See, so I caught up on Kill 6 Billion Demons.
I'm sorry. Yeah, talk about
No!
No, put this motherfucker's feet to the fire!
I'll go back in. What's up?
I win! So by the way, that question comes from, I was watching the stream, and she is one of my favorite streamers, Peach Saliva, and she was talking about, I always view Star Trek as if it's in nighttime. So, and they're all like, why? Because space is really scary and I can't So it's always nighttime on Star Trek.
He said it as a joke, but I think a legitimate point is we have just represented, I think, our fundamental philosophical views. You went nihilism.
Yeah.
Nothing means anything, and I went absurdism.
Yeah.
If humans decide it means something, then why not? Let them have it.
That's so like that's so just self-centric. Like
I accept that.
It's all about me, baby. I'm the king of this planet.
I'm the hero of my story.
Yeah, starring you, directed
Oh
by
shit!
you.
I just remembered I read a couple of short stories, but go ahead. We'll finish with yours.
Kill 6 billion demons?
Yeah, I caught up to the latest chapter, and it easily...
On the web?
On the web.
Okay.
Oh man, okay.
Yeah, so...
Yeah, no, I've already said that. I've stopped just so I can buy the things for sure.
Yeah.
Like, force myself not to delay.
Support this project.
Yeah, so I try not to say much because it's such a... There's a lot of things that happen recently.
I heard.
Crazy stuff.
No one would tell me what happened, but I heard shit happens. Like
I can't. If I hint at it, you're gonna like, oh, it's that trope, and I'm gonna you're gonna launch in there. So all I'll say is that it's getting so much better story wise and visually. He's killing it.
Okay, great.
Yeah. Well, the first 2 volumes, we're just setting up like the beginning of the journey.
Yeah, it's even started.
Where she even before she even really kicks off, like.
I mean, I was telling you guys, like, as much as I liked it, I felt like I had to reread Volume 1 to appreciate it as much. Because it's so dense.
Yeah.
It's giving you so much all at once presumably so you can get it out of the way and just start living there. It feels inaccessible.
But it doesn't. Yeah, but at the same time, I think it's also the most successful in that you feel exactly the way the main character does, and that you're just going through this crazy world with seemingly no rhyme or reason. Yeah. And essentially, you don't need like real rhyme or reason for this place to cohesively work and make sense. Yeah. And it still just plays off on all the characters. Even the quote-unquote expositions are just like lore of the world through like what would be the world's literature, or like mythos.
Yeah, sure.
That's your exposition, and even those are like long stories.
And I mean, like I only read the 2 volumes you gave me, and I can already tell there are little things in there that are like character moments or things that are offhandedly said where. Oh, well, that's going to be developed. Yeah. That has to be going
Oh, that's the character from that lore thing I just read.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Good time?
Yeah, no, it was a great time. The only thing I'll say, that I will say...
It's so hard to, like, say anything more about Kill 6. Like, no, it's good. That's like,
great.
The art's fucking amazing. Go.
The art is beautiful.
Yeah, if you want one of the most coolest, like, just hard world fantasy, like, immersive fantasy, this book's great.
I just hope that they reprint Volume 1 because some of the illustrations, some of the panels are kind of difficult to see at the small print size.
Tom Parkinson Morgan, I believe I got his name right now. I still call him Abaddon because that's what he was online.
Oh, okay.
I know he's in talks with trying to get the first one reprinted.
Okay.
To full size, which as soon as he does, I'll buy it again. So it's like.
If he does, I'll start buying them all.
Yeah.
Sure.
So good.
Yeah, no, I was trying to say that the only thing I will say about it all is that it has, I think I told Chris, it has my favorite dragon design. It has the best dragon I've ever seen.
Wow, okay.
And you saying that is a big deal for where I'm at. So, like, I can't.
Ever. Because I wasn't even, like, I wasn't excited. I wasn't flailing my arms. I just casually, oh, no, that's the best.
It wins.
That's usually the best one, yeah.
It's like how it has my favorite illustration, Metaton. Like,
okay.
I've ever seen in fiction.
Oh, the voice of, yeah.
Yeah. Sick.
I mean, all the images of angels and demons in it.
All the angels are fucking cool.
All the angels are so amazing.
They're all like this great combination of like Renaissance style angels and also ancient actual Hebrew biblical wheels with eyes.
And just like fog with wings and fingers. Yeah.
The wings with eyes coming out of the statues of the fallen.
It's really fantastic.
Well, that's what I mean by Metaton.
Oh, that's Metaton. Okay.
Yeah.
I keep forgetting.
It's the fucking coolest.
Dude, there's so many name drops and I have to keep looking them up.
The Metatron as the voice of God.
Metatron, not Metaton.
Sorry.
I was watching an Undertale play. Okay, it's fine.
Metatron. The voice of God. Yeah. He's cool. He's cool.
Fucking radical.
That guy on the chopper made of bones. That's fucking dope as hell, right?
Yeah.
God, what's his name? It's like super long. It's like Kill Star. Something like
all the angels have like verb noun names.
Yeah.
Like a string of pearls is one of them.
Yeah, it's one of them, and that's a really good name.
That's a great name.
Really, okay, we can be here just going, that thing's great. That thing's great. This one's great.
Yeah, I really can't say much because so much happens and I won't spoil.
Sure.
So I'll just say it's awesome and it's getting better.
Great.
Really so let's see what I've been watching. So besides all the stuff Chris said,
yeah,
and besides what I was talking about, besides Dirty Pair, I got into. I started watching the Pat Labor mobile police movies.
Okay.
Because I only saw the second one, but I never saw the first one.
Should I watch them? Or...
You absolutely should.
Okay.
It's Mamorushi. Ghost in the Shell.
Okay.
It's one of his first works.
Okay.
And has everything.
I didn't know that.
Yeah. No,
it's been on my list, but now it just got higher on that list.
No, it has everything you like, Chris. It has. The only thing I will say, if you're not used to '80s stereotypical cop dramas. Reckless Maverick.
Oh no!
Gets his bad.
I don't want to hear it, McBain. You put your...
I don't want to hear it, McBain. You put your... Yeah.
That thing's not regulation. What a... Simpsons is a good show.
Talk about McBain. Talking crazy.
Ian's hot take. Simpsons is good.
Simpsons is... Hey, guys. Look.
Yeah.
I know people saying this and that, but...
Yeah. But the first 9 seasons of Simpsons...
Yeah.
Rock your socks off.
I'd even say I'd own... I would not feel shame in owning up to 13.
Up to 13? Well, I don't know if I do. I wouldn't feel bad about owning 10. But 10 is where I see it, though.
10 is the gold.
Yeah, the divided line.
But there's still some real good stuff in 11, 12, 13, I promise. But
yeah, with all the Conan O'Brien years are like
4 through
they had all those writers.
Yeah, man.
4 through 8, I believe, or 4 through 9.
4 through 9.
He was on there for 4 years.
He was there 4 and a bit, and he did Monorail. He did,
Yeah.
What a good time, man.
Yeah, it was great.
Have you ever caught the Conan O'Brien when he wasn't allowed on television? Did a bunch of YouTube stuff, and he did like a meetup with a bunch of other Simpsons writers.
Oh yeah, no, I've watched that.
I've seen that. It's great.
It's a great interview. It's like an hour long.
Yeah,
and they just talk about the writing process on the Simpsons, and it's so.
And how my favorite bit about the writing process is we would just sit there for hours trying to figure out what a person would say.
Yeah.
And one of us would say, Marge could say, and then no one would say anything.
Yeah.
I'm like, yeah, that's the writing process, all right.
That's when, that's when they were being filmed by Germans who were like, oh yeah, we wanted cinema verte. We want to, see what it's really like. And then that happens.
Yeah.
And then like an hour in, could you like walk around or something? I loved when Conan's talking about how The Simpsons is, even when he was on, it was so big.
Yeah.
It will suck everything out of you.
Yeah.
Just to sustain itself.
Mm-hmm.
And he's like, it doesn't matter what it is. The Simpsons will take it. Jub. I just made a word up. Yeah. It's gonna be in the show at some point. And they made that Selma's
pet
iguana. Yeah. Jub. Which is just a noise he made.
And like for jokes, some of them went through like 30 drafts, right? At least.
A lot of them, I mean, that show is, also that show is written by like
10 people.
10
people. 10 people who are all Ivy League graduates.
Yeah.
Who like...
Well, because they were all friends at the time.
Yeah.
And they just got lucky.
Very lucky.
Yeah.
And it's like, and then you look at, I sometimes think about like, if you look at the credentials of the people who work on The Simpsons, it's like, oh, honors in math, doctorate. Yeah. Why? Why are you writing a comedy show?
It's fun.
Because it's funny. It's like Futurama. It's just funny.
And it's also full of scientists on that set, I guess. Yeah.
What were we talking about? You're watching Space Cop?
We were talking about Space Cop, yeah.
Mobile Police. We were talking about like cop Harry's because Palatable Mobile Police has a lot. It does have a lot of tropes, but what I did like was how expendable the mechs were. It was kind of like Scope Dog, remember?
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's kind of like that, where like the mechs they're not treated like in Wings and Unicorn, where they're like, oh, you gotta protect them, and Angels. No, they're treated like tanks. Like
it's a tool we have.
Yeah. We might use it.
Costs a lot of money.
Yeah.
But
you will see.
That would be the realism in a thing. Oh, we have it. It'll kick ass.
Yeah.
Costs a lot of money. It's never gonna see.
It's
never gonna see war.
No.
Yeah.
We spent $3 trillion in this thing.
You'll actually
never gonna deploy it.
Yeah, you'll actually have a lot of characters who prefer to be on foot than mech. Mm-hmm. They don't like it, and they say like it gets in their way.
Oh, okay.
Which that's a real thing.
That sounds like a real thing.
That's a real.
Yeah. What I did like was a lot of the characters. It's Mamorushi, so he kills it with a lot of the characters. And
how many times do the characters just sit down and talk about like
a lot?
Phyllis, that's Mamorushi, all right.
Yeah, it's like general. If you're really into military speak or like triple double crossing, well, not general
philosophy on,
or there's kind of like you want to get into
recognition.
It's kind of like Ghost in the Shell, where I guess standalone complex more along the lines.
Okay.
It's kind of like this kind of crime. Like, oh, what is true justice? Does the justice fit the crime? And there's a lot of those situations. Movies are great.
Penalty for everything.
Kill them all. Yeah, exactly. And then
so you get rid of the degenerates.
See,
those who won't conform.
They can't commit crime if they're dead. If you kill them all, then no one commits a crime.
Now, see, I'm not saying that's the right thing to do.
Yeah.
What I'm saying is, if I was a dictator and I want full conformity, that's what I would do. I would never do it. Because I would never gain that position. But what I'm saying...
The second I get power...
the moment I get power...
Everyone learns how to break dance.
Yeah.
Oh no, he's good. Everyone do what he's doing. That reference not going to read for any of the listeners.
This island's now called Bananarama.
and our national anthem is Venus. He was called the Dancer of Death. Yeah. He killed millions.
Painted the entire island yellow. You know what? This yellow looks terrible. We paint the whole entire thing to blue.
Welcome to Bananarama, where it's party time all the time.
Just how broken that man is. How sad.
Bananarama.
Well, that's why I remember that. Whoever delivered that nailed it.
Oh, they were crushing that delivery.
Yeah. Man, isn't Soren Bowie?
Soren Bowie's on it.
Right yeah, there. He's a writer now.
That's why I want to get back on to watching American Dad, just so I can see his work.
Have you guys been in the Small Beans dealy listening?
Not everything.
Some of them. I dropped off a while ago.
I'm still trying to catch up with Tannis, which, by the way, I'm about to finish season 3.
Oh, okay.
So hopefully my next podcast I'll be caught up on 4.
When Bowie was talking to Swain on Tales from the Pit.
I want to watch that one, yeah.
It's really good, but he has this great discussion with him about modes of comedy.
Okay.
Which is fantastic. Just talking about the mindset of a writer.
Okay.
That basically, Cracked was Jack O'Brien.
Mm-hmm.
You know, top down. So a lot of the comedy is informed by what makes Jack O'Brien laugh.
Yeah.
And what is his style of comedy.
Especially if he's like the head.
Yeah, exactly. So, like, Swain described, like, the first 2 weeks, he was like, I was not getting any jokes. None of the other writers were about it because it was... Their style of comedy, the focus of comedy was just not...
Yeah.
Like, apparently American Dad people don't like, and what Cracked people do like is, like, a podcast that opens with, we're here in my secret underwater lair, which you can't see, but is very elaborate and expensive. And my pet chimp.
See, I think Bowie would be really good about, or Bowie. Sorry. Would be really good about just those one line.
Like, yeah.
So he can make a fucking punchline like work.
Oh, absolutely.
So no, I'm still gonna check him out like as soon as those episodes premiere. Yeah. Still the robot thing.
Yeah. Battleborn Police. Yeah, that's pretty good.
Okay.
And then
so like Metabots.
Man, you know,
I just wanted to say the name. Just go.
I just want people to know I watched it.
Custom Robo Balls 3D.
Okay. Are we just gonna name stuff?
Isn't that what you're doing?
Full Metal Panic.
Shaman King.
Get Backers.
Cubits.
Satch Bell.
Fucking shit.
Satchel.
Fucking.
That show was pretty good.
Oh, what's the one where it's like they play Go?
It's like Hikari no Go or something.
Mar. I was about to say Mar.
Yatterman.
Card Capture Sakura.
Yatterman 2. Tekkaman Blade.
Triple X Holic.
That's pretty good.
I'm doing just a clamp.
I think you just say Holic. I don't think you say Triple X.
Oh, do you just say Holic?
I think you just say Holic, yeah.
Oh, okay.
I have no clue. No Black, No Life.
That's a good one.
That one's real, everybody. Look that one up. I didn't just pull that out of my ass.
I couldn't become a hero, so I had to reluctantly find a job.
Is that a show?
That's a show. It's a terrible show, but it's a show.
Watamote, it's not my fault that I'm unpopular. It's all your fault.
Oh, it's not. Yeah.
Or something like that. It's everyone else's fault that I'm not popular.
Yeah. Oh my god.
Have you seen Watamote?
No.
Watamote is fucking genius, dude.
You love awkward. You love that cringe, awkward office humor.
I do love that.
Watamote.
It's too real.
Is is one of those, like, I relate to this character too much for comfort.
Oh, okay.
And she has done things in the show that I have exactly done to a T.
That's probably not great.
That's highly disturbing whenever it comes up, like, for me.
Yeah.
That show is amazing. Whoever wrote it is a genius and knows exactly what that mentality is.
Oh my god. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
It is a character study of that. I cannot praise this show enough. I think it's amazing. You should watch Watamote.
Okay.
It's hilarious.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I don't know. For me, I think that's about it. That's all I can think of at the moment.
Okay.
Dot Hack.
No, the games are pretty good. You played a
It was an
remastered.
anime too. It was an OVA.
Yeah.
It's fucking Angel Beats.
Angel Beats.
Chobits.
Yeah.
Please, teacher.
He's Bible Black.
No, come on.
Bicycle Fairy.
Hey, we're talking about bad ones.
Yeah.
Don't break up a masterpiece.
Every,
New Testament. New
okay,
Testament Bible Black.
okay.
Fuck.
Anything else, Nick?
No, that actually is it.
Okay.
That's actually all I can think of.
Watamote is the second
God damn
hang on, let me get this out of the way.
Okay,
I
go
just
ahead.
remembered I read
Get
it.
it out.
I read Shiver by Junji Ito. It's the
Oh,
new
right.
collection of short stories.
How was it?
It's great.
Oh,
It's their I think his strengths are writing short stories now.
Oh, I did too.
So this is
Sorry.
not illustrated. This is just text. This is
No, sorry.
No,
They're
it's all manga.
short stories, but they're mangas. Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
The short ones.
They're one-offs.
Okay.
Well,
Like
one,
10 of them.
well, one of them becomes a whole series. Tomi,
Yeah, later.
Okay.
which
Um,
that one I liked. I read them, but I didn't think they were. I didn't get scared. I just thought they were freaky. They were pretty cool.
Yeah, you really just mainly watch it for the art.
So.
Uzumaki may still be my best work, or my favorite. Sorry, my best work.
My best work. Yeah.
My best
Oh.
work. No,
Oh.
my favorite work from him. Although that story's ending is not great. He's very bad at ending. That's why I think the short stories work better to his strengths.
Mm.
But I really, really love the Dream one.
That one's really good.
That one's really cool because guess what? It's existential horror, and it's
All about that.
and it's just it's based on this rumor he heard, or like something his sister told him growing up, where hey, when you dream at night, you don't actually dream the entire time you sleep. You dream in like an instant, and that entire dream happens in like 1 second or something. Which I think she said that like in the 80s, and I don't think that's actually true anymore. I think they disproved that. Although I could be totally fucking wrong.
Yeah.
We only use 20%.
But anyway, yeah. And
I don't know enough about stars to disprove you.
It takes place at night.
It takes place at night. And what happens is this guy dreams, and the dreams get longer and longer, spanning like years. And I'm not going to say more than that because I think the real twist in there is really good.
Okay.
It's probably my favorite one. I forget what it's called.
That was really
And
good.
that pimple one's as gross as everyone told me it was going to be. So.
Like I don't have what's it called, typo fever. We have fear of multiple small holes.
Oh yeah.
I don't have
That
that.
one's bad.
But that one was a little bit pretty uncomfortable.
I think that's why it's the last one. I think it's it's like the most. I don't want to look at this. It's so gross.
I don't know. Honestly, for me, like after Bible Black, I think after you see the milk scene on loop, I think it's just like
Desensitizing. I was about to say dehumanizing. You know what dehumanizing?
Yeah, you're not a real person.
You're this freaking nature.
just gotta step your game up. Like
You know, when you watch it on loop, like I have,
You're gonna be the last man in the apocalypse, and when that new alien race comes down, after watching us and waiting for us to kill ourselves,
yeah.
they're gonna be like, "How'd you survive?" And you're gonna be like, "I watched Bible Black on loop." Or pardon me, so they won't fucking know what you're talking about. And
Yeah. Why would they wait for us to kill ourselves?
no.
it's a Rod Sterling situation.
Yeah.
Oh, they want to hang by the ropes and wait for the Royal Rumble 10?
Yeah. Yeah.
Like fucking Triple H?
There are many Maple Streets.
Yes, it's exactly like wrestling. Yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah.
So me.
Yeah, your turn.
What's up, Ian?
I've been reading a lot of nonfiction.
Okay.
I've been reading about pirates.
Okay.
All right.
For a work thing.
Okay.
I was working on an essay and then.
Why the Pirates of the Caribbean movies are not as bad as people.
You know, guys.
I will stand by that first one's legitimately good.
I actually really like the first one. Yeah.
First one's.
The
Second one, alright. No, they don't. They're just not as good, and like.
They exponentially. I feel like you're also supposed to care about Davy Jones in the second one when you have no reason to.
I feel like and then the third one, I guess you care more.
I guess you're trying to see him as like a damage.
I never watched the fourth one. I don't even know what happens. Does all that mystical shit pay off? Like.
Oh, the voodoo. Remember?
I liked how the first one there was only one thing.
That's true.
By the fourth one, they have like 5 different magic things. Like there's mermaids and a curse and like other monsters.
Yeah.
No, remember Davy Jones fell in love with the
goddess of the ocean.
Goddess, yeah.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, she's like a legitimately great character.
She was cool.
The first one still is like my favorite. Just sell me on a character in a couple seconds, and it's Jack Sparrow arriving at the port
in a sinking ship,
but walks exactly off as it comes down.
It's a man with confidence who has never earned it in his life.
Who's never earned it in his life. Is used to failure though, but takes it in stride and it's everything you need to know
Says a lot,
about that character in like 10 seconds.
So that's what you read?
That's what I read. I read the novelization.
I just want to say I have a huge heart on for like sell me on a character like in 10 seconds.
What's your pitch? Yeah. Exactly.
How much can you tell me?
Oh shoot! I'm sorry. Real quick. Did we talk about Doki?
Oh, I don't want to talk about it until I beat it.
Oh, okay. Yeah. There's nothing happening.
Oh, okay.
Don't worry about it.
Sorry, just making sure.
So no, I mean that's interesting and like just like I don't know historical stuff about that. I just read a bunch of Gabriel Garcia Marquez novels for a literature class I'm taking. So that's 100 Years of Solitude.
Oh.
Memories of My Melancholy Horrors.
Yes. I want to read the Melancholy one.
It's colorful. It's a quick read. But I don't know how comfortable you'll be at the end of it.
No.
You'll be fine. It's you.
How's 100 Years of Solitude?
100 Years of Solitude is really good. It's the structure. I think the structure of it makes you go slower, but that's probably to your benefit.
Mm-hmm. It's supposed to make you feel like 100 Years of Solitude.
and also it's kind of confusing, honestly, because you're following a family for 7 generations and they keep fucking naming all their sons and daughters after themselves.
Oh yeah.
No.
Oh yeah.
So there's like
gotta keep the blood pure.
You gotta get that whiteboard. Keep the. This is where I'm at now.
So you have like.
I had to do that recently for a book I'm reading for a class.
But like I think that's also thematically kind of a part of the point he's making, that like every time there's another Juan that is begot by a Juan, he acts just the exact same as his father in a given situation.
Juan.
Who begat Juan?
Who begat Juan?
But also
his one before that was the Juan.
The chosen Juan.
Was the Juan to unite them all.
The Juan to rule them all.
And in the darkness bind them. Yeah. But that was nerdy. I don't know how common it is. I wasn't familiar that mothers naming their daughters after themselves, that's
in my own family,
like a Perla Jr. or something.
They'll put in the middle name.
Oh yeah.
Or they'll usually name after a mother.
Yeah.
So there's an alternating.
Yeah.
Okay.
Thing going on. Except mine is actually 3 generations.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, same name.
Oh.
My mom's side.
Oh okay.
4 for my dad's technically. But my grandpa didn't take up the junior name.
Oh.
My dad did. So technically he's 3rd. And my mom originally wanted me to be like the quote unquote 3rd. I would have been the 4th of that line.
Should have been the 4th.
No, hell no. I don't want to be
the 4th.
I don't want to be the 4th or the junior of anybody.
Well, my name had nothing to do with any of them except my middle name. That was named after.
No, you're named after a book.
I was named after a book. Yeah.
Oh, was it
No, there's this
Great
book
Gatsby?
called No.
Oh, we can tell it.
Literature.
Okay.
It's just a children's book where the line is, "Oh no, Nicholas, I lost my car," or something like that. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh no, because
because I was born.
Oh, I thought you were
grandma
Nick
was reading
Carraway.
that book.
No, why would it be Nick?
Because you're full of longing for life.
I don't want to. Why does he want to be named after a shitty book that's overrated? Hits you over the head with symbolism.
Guys, the eyes.
I'm not going to do this now. I'm not going to do this now because I could go on and make everybody an enemy of me and why I think The Great Gatsby sucks.
It does. I didn't like it. When I read it.
No, I'm not going to do this. I'm not going to.
We're not doing this here.
No, I'm just saying. I just
because
didn't
then
like
Ian's
it.
going to go. It's not as bad as you say.
It's not as bad as you say it is. It's not.
No, I didn't say like it because I think because when I read it,
all I'm going to say is Nick is the worst human being in the world.
No, Nick is just like needs to realize how gay he is. He's super gay. That's the problem.
I do. You're both right.
If he did, everything would be fine.
Yeah.
You're gonna have a talk. We might do an episode where
maybe we will talk about this.
No, I just remember reading it and I just thought it was okay. I didn't think it was really bad or really good.
I felt that way about To Kill a Mockingbird.
Yeah, I just thought it was okay.
It's fine. It's a good book, but
better than Great Gatsby.
Yeah. Okay.
I just thought. Yeah, I know. I just thought Gatsby was okay.
It's not a very high bar.
thought Catcher in the Rye was boring. I didn't like it.
Catcher in the Rye is overrated.
Catcher in the Rye is overrated.
Yeah,
we're all on that page.
It would have been great. To be fair, though, I think it is a problem with context, and I think it would have been better if I had read that when it came out.
Yeah, Karamazov was fucking
universally
awesome.
hated.
Yeah.
Brothers of Karamazov was fucking awesome. I loved it.
It's funny. It's funny, and I don't care what other people say. It's a funny book.
Karamazov?
Yeah, the Brothers Karamazov.
Yeah, that's true.
It has
These
funny
conversations are nothing. These are,
they're for nobody.
These are just us going. It's good. It's bad. It's good. It's bad.
Shut the fuck up! Shut the fuck up! It's good. It's good.
My opinion's right. You're wrong. Go fuck yourself.
There's like no substance going on. No discussion.
That fucking 40 Fahrenheit 40.
I'm trying to stop us from talking about Great Gatsby, so I don't go on. It used to be really bad. Like that book would fucking send me flying.
Oh
off
man!
the fucking handle. It's like how it used to be with Hamlet.
I have a friend
Not as bad with Hamlet anymore.
Who feels that way about Wuthering Heights.
I haven't read Wuthering Heights.
Very visceral dislike of Wuthering Heights. Which
one?
Wuthering Heights. It's like a classic romance novel about
Victorian.
It's Victorian romance, and but
most Victorian stuff I'm not for me.
Yeah,
but the thing that made it different was that everyone was fucking miserable at the end.
Yeah.
Like no one gets what they want,
and
everyone settles for like their second choice or being alone. Is basically how the book ends.
Oh.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. So
you're reading 100 Years of Solitude.
I'm reading 100 Years of Solitude, and I finished Memories of My Melancholy Horrors, which I don't know, man. It was the last book he wrote before he died.
Okay.
And I just don't know, man. I just don't know. It wasn't even
like it was good, or
it was the
or
prose.
It rocked you to your core.
The
and you're like,
prose
I'm
are
not even
good.
sure what to do with life.
Make you weepy.
The prose are good, but the story is just so nakedly.
Name my kid Ian.
The story itself is so nakedly about him, and so weird.
But I feel. Wait, did he know he was going to die?
I don't know. He was a pretty old dude.
Then I think you know what? I always think that's fine if your last book is like so much about. Because at some point you gotta just go, fuck it, I have no more time left. I'm just gonna write out all my philosophies right here.
Yeah, I mean, he really goes into... Because his last 3 books are all about, like, this is what love is.
Yeah.
And the last one is that also. And
that sounds like a saga. I feel like that sometimes.
You guys keep talking.
Where it kind of was a bit heavy-handed in some of the themes.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, especially 8. I think 8 was like... it's not like I think it detracts from the story itself, but there were some things where I thought, I mean, does the author even think that's possible? Like,
I know what you mean.
I kind of like that. Have you read 8?
I'm only up to 5, but...
Okay, well, there's a thing... Well, I'll just say there's a thing where there's basically a situation that's created because there's only certain type of service that is done in a galaxy, in this entire galaxy.
Okay.
on this one shady planet.
Uh-huh.
And I just sat there thinking, so I'm supposed to believe that you're all a bunch of rich, advanced people, but you only allow this one planet in this one desert in this one galaxy
to do this service.
To do this, even though it's been entirely building to how advanced and how progressive. Like, what? Like, who's that for? Like,
I know that I ask you this every time we talk about it, but any end in sight? Any like?
Okay, well, it looks like, I wouldn't say end, but it looks like another conflict.
Okay.
That's all I'll say. I don't know. It doesn't feel like an ending to me, but it feels like just another conflict.
Okay.
It's like, why Last Man?
Okay. I mean, I really liked Why the Last Man.
Yeah, it kept going.
But, I mean, it eventually stopped.
Yeah.
And...
wasn't making money anymore.
I kind of need things to stop.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. No, I'm at the age of my life where where I go, does it have an ending?
Right.
And if it doesn't, boy, does that put that down like really low on the list. Yeah.
So I've got
any closure.
I know we were talking about anime earlier, but like I've got friends. I got friends who still like shonen stuff. Which I don't get.
Yeah, because they're stupid fucking children that like
they didn't grow
the fuck up.
How do you still watch One Piece? I'm not saying you in this
room.
Because
you've been disillusioned.
That'll get good.
That'll get good because it's almost 2,000 episodes. It's 980 something episodes.
Yeah, honestly, I can't make a judgment call. I haven't watched it. So.
It's 980 something episodes.
Let's make fun of people.
11. Let's make fun of people we don't understand.
We don't get it.
You're different and wrong.
What was the best? So the perfect summary of this exact feeling is I was listening to the Super Best Friend cast and they were talking about like Fortnite and kids playing it, and like 2 of the people had not even played it, and only one person played like 30 minutes of it. And they were just talking about it, and then one of them realized, man, we're at that age in our life where we can talk about things for like 3 hours and not know anything.
Oh my god!
About it and shit on it because the children like it because we don't understand it.
Oh shit!
Yeah, like Yu-Gi-Oh! Duel Masters.
I'm now realizing that I've done this, and it's no,
fucking old person,
old fucking piece of shit, like just whining about stuff, like
that you don't fully understand. You haven't even tried.
It's different, and I hate it.
I mean, I just look at it and it repulses me. I'm giving it a true fair shake, but
you know what? I get it. Yeah. It's like I always it's a weird thing I think about. There was a band called Cake.
Okay.
And one of their music videos was literally just a PR person giving headphones to people, real, not actors, real people, and just having them talk over the song and say what they thought about it. And it's like the oldest man I've ever seen puts it on for like 5 Mississippi, and it's like, it's terrible. I don't want to hear more of it. You haven't even heard the rest of the song. I get it.
Gotta open up my shop. Talk about it on Monday after Temple.
I'm glad you knew he was Jewish. I'm glad that came through in the performance.
Most people just keep to themselves if it's bad.
Oh, fuck, that's funny.
I will say the only show, I think I've talked about on this podcast, the only show I've cared about in a while is My Hero Academia.
Is that a show?
It's not amazing or anything, it's fun.
Okay.
It's fun.
Well,
if you like superheroes, that's going to be a good time, because then there's characters in there that are the like just weird Japanese like powers. And I make that sound kind of racist, but I mean like Japan chooses like weird powers,
very
the JoJo
specific
stuff, which makes it interesting if done right.
Heterochromia.
No,
you love it.
Shut up. And like and like references to to Western stuff. There's a character, I think I mentioned this before. There's a character in there that's just 90s image.
Shit.
Yeah, that's what sold me on the show.
Tom McFarlane looking guy.
Dude,
that was pretty.
He looks like a Spawn villain.
He does.
I'm the Bone Raper.
Do you want to know what his name is?
Tell me.
Stain.
Come on, guys.
Sounds like a member of Spider Side.
Guess what? He's great.
He is awesome.
He's like really good.
Can I just say, I this has nothing to do with anything. I want someone to introduce me on a blind date like that at some point. Look, his name is Stain, and he's great.
Met him on the bus.
Real sweet guy.
It's a fun show if you kind of just want to turn it off for a little bit. Like,
okay, yeah.
Just saw it.
Yeah.
You guys have already seen Parasite, right?
No.
I read Parasite.
You liked it?
So, I don't know why it doesn't catch my attention. It should.
I only read the first 5 chapters.
Okay.
And I thought it was pretty interesting, but
it's a 24, 25 episode thing. It's really good. It gets in, it gets out. It does a lot with the time it has.
Mm-hmm.
It's, I'd say, tonally, well, I think it's actually directed by the same guy who did Death Note. It's very tonally similar to that.
Oh, okay.
I think you'd like it if you liked, which I know you did. So
What,
you'd
Death
like
Note?
it. Yeah.
Yeah, I like Death Note.
Yeah.
I don't think it's as good as everyone.
People like to, yeah.
People like praise it as like the second coming, like
Yeah,
like
they have Full Metal.
And don't get me wrong, there's really great bits in there, but overall, I don't think it's as good as like.
It's a solid
Yeah.
piece of work.
Oh yeah.
It's a solid piece of work.
Yeah. So what else? What else do you?
What else?
What other thing do you not understand that we could talk about? It's with mumble rap. Why is that appealing to people?
I mean, what are these kids getting into? You know. I
Man.
mean, back. I remember.
We make fun of them for not understanding lyrics, of popular music.
So you're
and now we've gone back to no, I'm not done.
Okay.
We've gone back to where people are purposely making lyrics you don't understand.
You know, I remember some classic Kendrick. It was a different time, guys. What was your...
Yeah, I was gonna ask because didn't you have you say you had kids really into this specific rapper? What was it?
Oh shit! Yeah,
Mumble
that's
rapper.
right.
Skittles Mouth or something.
Is that 6ix9ine?
I called him Skittles Mouth because I don't remember his name, but he's got a grill that's like a rainbow color, and he does a rap which is not. It's like out of this bounce house theory. I might be saying weird things to you now.
Uh-huh.
Oh, is it 6ix9ine's?
It's Gucci Gang, where you just repeat Gucci Gang, Gucci Gang, Gucci Gang
Isn't
over
that-
like a 3/4
It's like
beat.
the Candyman rhyme.
Yeah, isn't that 6ix9ine's?
I don't think it's 6.
Lil Pump.
Lil Pump. It's Lil Pump.
It's Lil Pump.
It's Lil
They're
Pump.
Lil Pump.
It's Lil Pump. That's
What
who I
do
was
you know? What do these guys are?
I don't know.
Well, what's
It's okay. Vince Staples is saving rap. in
He's
my
saving
opinion.
it.
It's
Kendrick,
so-
get out of here.
it's so fucking sad.
My
Like,
problem is I like Vince Staples more.
That's fair.
but I see these kids talking about Lil Pump, and apparently he's doing a show in the area in June, I think.
Okay.
And they're talking about gotta get tickets to this, etc., etc. Of course, this will be life changing. So okay, and and
That look didn't get picked up, but that's
Oh.
that's the perfect look. Stupid fucking child.
and the kids are then saying like, "It's so dumb. We have to go with our parents." And I was like, "What? Why?" And they're like, "Oh, it's only 18 and over for the show without supervision. But Lil Pump dropped out when he was 15, and look how great his life is." And I was just like, "Oh, child,
Yeah.
what? Oh, man.
You want to try it?
Yeah, you want to try that? You want to try that shit? You want to try and write Gucci Gang?
Yeah.
Because
No,
you
he
probably could.
No,
It
he
takes
didn't.
no talent.
Well, he didn't even write it.
He did.
Other people write it.
Other people wrote that shit for him.
Yeah,
one of those.
that's how it works. You get producers,
Oh God.
and then he just sings. And then
No, I just believe Vince writes his own stuff.
no, Vince. Hang on, Vince is different. How dare you?
He would never do that to us.
Whatever. When children don't know, Mos Def was finally allowed back into the States and is now
Announce his
doing
retirement.
Black Star again.
Really?
Oh yeah.
Well, yeah, he did a show that I didn't get to go to. It's like $20 I should.
Yeah.
Uh,
So much for that R. Kelly collab, huh?
Beef is for Miss Wallace, who doesn't know who shot Biggie. Beef is the. Fucking love Mos Def.
So let's all break out some raps right now. Wait, no, because he's not Mos Def anymore. He's some other name. He picked a new name, yeah?
Yeah, that's right. He has a new name.
Really? He's listed as Mos Def in like the shows he's doing.
Yeah.
But maybe that's a publicity thing.
That could be, maybe.
Because
it's a recognized name. He was in Hitchhiker's Guide. That's the name we all know.
Yeah, that's
Be Kind Rewind.
Be Kind Rewind. Oh my God, he was in a movie with Jack Black.
Be Kind Rewind. I fucking love that movie. Like, I don't know. I probably shouldn't, but I love that movie.
It's a very warm movie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's very good. In my opinion, it's very
Yeah. Right there.
very stupid.
Yassine Bey.
Yassine Bey.
Yassine Bey, yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, so he announced the Black Star reunion, like Chris said.
Oh,
Yeah.
wow.
Fuck yeah.
What else?
Should be listening to political rap.
Political rap.
Yeah.
Oh.
And then you're gonna make them listen to Beef by Mos Def, and they're gonna go,
Money's evil. Buy my record. What's up?
who's Biggie? And like, you'll die a little.
Oh, these fucking kids don't know who. Oh my God.
Well, don't worry. The rappers they look up to, they won't carry Biggie's big ass coffin.
Yeah, it's underground.
Straight from the underground. But
that was my dry putting down.
That was pretty good.
What else have I been doing? Oh, before I get to anything else I'm reading, I just mentioned I've been watching Small Bean's new video series, which is pretty good. So people should be listening. It's called Disney Owns You.
I've seen the 2 episodes. They're free.
They're really good. Yeah.
Yeah.
I really enjoyed.
I like the George Lucas one.
Yeah, the George Lucas one was pretty.
Yeah.
Can I just throw off some names?
It's like poetry.
Their family. It's the clan.
Leg hopper. She's very tall.
It's like poetry. It rhymes.
Yeah.
Darth Poop. Naheem Crawraw.
So you've been watching those?
I've been watching those. Oh, but after Cody Johnson did that fantastic impression, I then found out that there is a real canonical Star Wars character whose name is Sleaze Douchebagano.
Is it when you say canonical? Is it part of the? I'm saying that right.
The movie,
is it part of the extended universe?
He is a character who is in Episode 4, who is unnamed but is later named in the additional materials.
Okay, just when they had the list credits.
Yeah, he's like one of the scumbags in the cantina scene.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
Near Greedo, that greedy guy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Sleaze Douchebagano is a real character that George Lucas was like, yeah, that's subtle.
Yeah.
That'll
It's
work.
like poetry.
It's like poetry.
poetry.
And then I also watched David Lynch, who's been talking about doing new projects, actually.
Okay.
But he's super vague, so there's nothing helpful to say about that, so I just want to talk about, he almost directed Return of the Jedi.
What a different world that'd be.
What a different world it would have been. So
Baby Ball.
he was talking about...
That would have been...
It's fantastic.
That would have been...
Amazing.
Yeah.
He gets to finish the trilogy. He's the one who puts a period on that. So
it would have been 30 minutes of the Millennium Falcon just going and nothing happening.
Just silence, staring at camera.
Yeah.
He apparently is friends with George.
Okay.
And they talked, and George personally asked him to do this. So they go to Northern California, and it's just very funny. He's like, I was with George, and
I was with George. Oh no, damn it! I used to have a really good. Yeah.
And he took me around his camp, and we just looked at his production. And when I got there, I had a little bit of a headache.
Listen, Kyle, you must find the Kami Dogu and go off into Twin Peaks. George, am I allowed to name some of the characters? I want to play a detective. Now that's becoming like Venture Bros.
It really...
Damn it, I'll work back on my David Lynch impression. I used to have really good.
But he basically, he describes being shown through all this and being shown what Wookiees are. Mm-hmm. And he basically just said, and my headache got worse and worse and worse until I got home and I just said, "Don't make me fucking do this. I can't do this. Don't make me do this."
Yeah, dude, it seems so just not what David Lynch would do. Like,
Oh my god.
Now, George, I love George. He makes a lot of money doing what he loves. I get to do what I love. I make money, kind of. So that's fantastic. People should go watch that interview. It's really funny.
Okay.
Gosh, anything else? I mean, legitimately, I've been so busy with essays and other stuff.
Yeah.
I haven't had a lot of time to watch
That's
things or read outside of Marquez. So I'll talk about a book I just read. It's called Goodnight Pun Pun. It's a good time.
Yay!
Boy, you're gonna hate yourself.
It's so
I to the uncle.
No,
I got to the uncle.
Okay.
I like him. Do
you?
He's likable.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, no, it's fine.
Okay. I think that probably the most likable. I think that probably the most likable characters is him, and then the kid who.
Oh. Yeah.
Is it the kid who transfers? He's the kid who was like nonplussed by the whole goings on in the miso factory.
Wait, I'm
Who's
sorry.
that?
I'm sorry, you repeat that?
The kid with he's got like a big gap tooth, and his parents used to work like at the miso factory, and so they knew the people who were there.
Oh, and he's friends.
Oh,
and
yeah.
He's friends with that one kid who sees like the
poop guy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The poop god.
Oh, you like him?
I like not the poop kid, but the other one. Yeah.
Oh, the other one.
That kid is
She's-
actually
yeah.
probably the most like decent human being in the series.
Keep reading.
Okay.
I can't say. See, this is hard.
The part I
because
left off
you guys are
on-
at different parts.
Here's the thing: they're all horrible. But like,
I mean, just everything
No.
with both of his parents is really sad.
man, you gotta keep reading.
Fuck.
You both gotta keep reading.
I know. A lot happens within the two that I'm ahead of you.
Okay, I'm excited. I'm excited to read more
So
about
what do you
it.
feel? What do you feel?
What am I feeling right now? It's honestly not so bad. I thought it would be worse. This was just
Okay.
this is the kind of sadness that I feel like most people have.
Well, this is the most positive it gets. That's the whole point.
Okay.
I'm trying really hard not to. I should probably try harder not to like build up expectations or
Okay.
make you like have a harder.
No,
shell.
that's the only thing I usually say is that no, it's purposely made to be just a bit of a dark humor kind of.
Well, yeah, like when God shows up, that's always funny.
Yeah.
Which is him. It's just the
It
writer.
is funny. Isn't
Yeah.
It's very funny. It's very human.
it?
Yo,
But I mean, like, I think the thing that has stuck out from Volume 1 that was most
Mhm.
I don't know, pointed for me, that hit me hardest, weirdly wasn't domestic abuse or it's so many other things.
Yeah,
so
you're cold to that. It's
Yeah,
like,
I'm cold to that now.
you really don't know.
But there's like a little section where his mother is being released and just offhandedly like says, "Yeah, I never wanted to have kids anyway. I'm not in a hurry to go back to my son."
Yeah.
Which is, it's not a big moment,
The mom.
but
The mom. Like, that's a fucking character. There's so much I want to talk to you about, but like you're not even there.
There's so much I want to talk to you both about.
We should
But
do
you
a
guys are
spoiler.
finished.
I guess on.
all right.
Well, that's not gonna be fun at all. That's gonna be really sad.
Hey, and remember I said how I like Wanamode, but I relate way too much to that main character.
Yes.
Okay. I'm really glad you like the uncle.
Oh fuck no! Fuck! What did you do? What did you do?
I'm really happy. That's how you feel right now.
Shit.
See, exactly. That's the thing because my whole thing is that the only thing I say for that is usually that one is the most positive it gets. And that's the best the characters will get for the characters, and beyond there's what it is, and then there's what it becomes. There's what it is that is what I liked, and then it's what it becomes is what shot it to me.
And what it is,
become.
you gotta put it in you. Sorry. I'm sorry.
I hope you fucking are. I hope you are.
That was bad.
So that's the end of the episode, right?
What time is it?
You gotta put it in you.
Hey, it's fucking. Hang on. No, we can keep talking.
Yeah, we can.
Keep talking. This is amazing. It's strong.
So you read it. You read it.
I read it, and I think it's really good. I'm excited to get going on the next volumes.
Mm-hmm.
Cool.
The art style is really good, actually. It's very good.
Yeah. It's a combination of traditional and digital.
So, Pun Pun as a character design is... I'm still trying to piece together what exactly... Because it started out as a joke, maybe, but I think that the design of him and his family, that has to be saying something.
Oh, yeah.
No,
if they're the only ones that look like that.
That's on purpose.
Yeah, and everyone else is, really human.
Have you noticed when, it's usually, no, wait, I can't even say that. Sorry, I was about to say something.
Oh, okay.
That helped to explain that, but then I just remembered when I explain it, it's going to be a big spoiler.
Okay.
It's so hard.
So that's why it sucks, because I can't spoil it for either of you, so I can't talk about it.
This is a great podcast.
I know, exactly.
Let's talk about stuff we can't talk about.
Okay. Fortnite.
Deep Space Nine. What's up?
I haven't watched Deep Space Nine. Is it?
Yeah. Jump around sometimes, but it's generally good.
Hey, can robots be ambidextrous?
Yes.
Why? What about cyborgs?
Well, no, isn't the point multitasking, so couldn't ambidextrous be more possible?
Because ambidextrous requires the use of both sides of your brains, right? Would a robot or a cyborg have to... if they're powered by a human brain, especially cyborgs.
So if they're
let's take RoboCop for example. Okay. RoboCop.
Yeah.
He only uses one hand to shoot that pistol, right?
That's true.
Okay. He has a human brain though.
He does. Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Can he be ambidextrous?
Yes.
Why?
He can train himself.
You can program.
Yeah.
Well, train as in he can program.
But would it be ever good enough to shoot to dual wield guns?
Wouldn't that go to physical limitations?
Yes, because ambidextrous requires both sides of the brains, and using both for any dexterity challenges still.
I always thought that some people were just born ambidextrous.
Mm-hmm.
Isn't that just so
you would have to get an ambidextrous
hereditary?
brain.
Yeah.
So a robot can't be made.
You can
or trained to be ambidextrous. Or a cyborg can.
A cyborg is
robots can, because robots can be a fucking gun on wheel, if you want.
Yeah.
Hey, why do robots have legs?
Doesn't
that seem like a huge flaw?
So we can relate to it.
Yeah, we want something that we can look at.
It's
okay, good. We're on that page. We know that it's only so it's aesthetically pleasing.
Yeah,
because it's stupid, right?
There's no benefit to it.
Yeah.
Should just have a jetpack.
Well, is that the point of androids, right? The whole point is that you have something that you can relate to. That's why you give them a face, right?
Here's a perfect example of that robot without legs. That dumb Gundam that's on tank.
I was about to say,
treads.
yeah.
Boy, does it look shitty.
But it's effective.
It's the most effective.
What was it? What about what unit was the Eva that has spider legs? In the rebuilds, there was a rebuild.
Oh, that was the one, the pink one drove that one time in that tunnel.
Yeah.
Remember, it was.
I actually have no idea what you're talking about.
No, I think that was in 2.
I watched it.
Wasn't 2?
It was in the second rebuild movie, and there's an Eva that has spider legs.
Yeah, that was. It's the green one, right? The big green one.
Yeah, and it's in that tunnel section where they're being attacked from underground. Yeah.
Okay, so it's not a spider. It has 4 legs.
Okay.
But it looks like it.
It's spider-esque.
Yeah, no, but it's just the way it moved.
Yeah.
It looks spider. But what does that have to do? Is effective or?
No, that's just that's pretty bitchin', right,
Gundams
guys?
in space either shouldn't even have legs.
Or wings.
They should just be or fucking wings for that matter.
Dumb.
They should just be
a disc.
No, it should just be a ball. Okay. Because let's say because one of the only good things in the new trilogy or fucking medium trilogy prequels of Star Wars are those robots that roll balls. And
the droids.
Oh, yes. Okay.
They roll around and then they have the guns that shoot, and they're the most indestructible thing in the world.
Yeah.
And
kinda.
Why aren't all the robots like that? Why do they have to look like people?
So we have something to relate
to.
I know that, but like from a technical standpoint,
Chris, we're alone in the universe.
We're doing that now. We have that fucking Asimov robot that can like hold a beer for you and like.
We gave.
Why does it have legs?
Yeah, there's an AI that gained citizenship in Saudi Arabia last
Really?
year. Yeah, last year.
What's that dog thing that like you kick and it gains its balance?
Oh, by Boston Dynamics
Yeah,
or something.
Boston Dynamics.
murder
You
us.
shove it. Yeah, and then
And it can keep its balance.
I think it's gonna murder us.
But essentially, there's an AI who gained the first robot to gain citizenship for Saudi Arabia. I believe her name was Sandra. I believe.
Really?
Its name, yeah. And then like she said.
What about Roxy?
Roxy.
Roxy the robot?
Roxy robot.
Sex robot.
I don't know.
Sex robot.
That one needs
Sex
legs.
Robot.
Sex
Sex
robot.
Well, not
Sex
really.
robot.
That's some sex robot.
Reverse mermaid or regular mermaid?
Wait, when did this question happen?
Ian, how else was your robot?
Because I was thinking about the sex robot. I was like, wait, it doesn't need legs.
Where's Sally Bones? Everyone gets their own copy of Sally Bones.
Come on. Come on.
You want to see Sally Bones walking in the forest?
It's a bad time. Okay.
But then, I don't know, for the ambidextric thing, you can have that thing like in that movie, I think it's called Virus, where they're on the sinking ship, the cargo ship, and then the robots, like, they take over human organs.
Oh, yeah, I kind of remember that movie.
one? Yeah.
I've never heard this movie. What
You'll like
what
it.
happens?
It's pretty dumb, but it's you'll like it visually, because it's really cool. No, there's a thing where it has two left hands.
It's a fucking stupid movie. It's really cool to look at.
No, yeah, that happens.
Oh, yeah.
No, there's one where, like, they take hands, but, like, one will have, like, a human hand, like a robot hand. Yeah,
Okay.
exactly. I did a motion of the clamp.
Have you ever seen, you just made me think of this for no reason, but do you remember the movie Ghost Ship?
Yes!
Yes.
It's a really dumb movie.
The first 10 minutes are amazing.
Yeah.
And then the rest of that movie you don't need to watch.
Yeah, just watch...
Nothing to do with the amazing first 10 minutes.
Watch a young girl horrified at seeing people cut like cheese.
So radical.
It's amazing.
It's so cool. And then the rest of the movie sucks. Like, what a misleading first 10 minutes like of a movie. Like,
here's an unpopular opinion, because you had one, I'll have one.
Sure.
That movie is the Crazy Train of movies.
Okay.
The beginning
like
is
Ozzy Osbourne's Crazy Train.
Yeah. The beginning is like
I can't sing more.
like a crazy train.
Hey, we copyright. All right. So
sorry. Yeah.
Yeah, you're not.
Bleep that. Bleep that. The first 10 minutes are awesome. So the beginning is awesome, but it does not add up to the end.
For Ghost Ship?
No, Crazy Train.
Both of them.
The song.
Both of them have great openings that are not as, and then
I can agree with
far
that.
weaker endings.
I agree with that. Well, I just said like Ghost Ship is like, only first 10 minutes you need to watch.
Yeah.
It's like Scanners. Most of Scanners you can just watch that head explosion.
Yeah.
Yeah, or
it's probably
like
the most payoff you're gonna get.
Or like Maniac, where it jumps on the hood of that car and blows that guy's brains out.
That is true.
Just watch that on loop.
The concept of Scanners is cooler than the rest of that movie.
The follow through on Scanners.
Yeah, or The Fly 2. Remember The Fly 2?
Yeah.
You only watch for the death scenes, and everything else sucks. Just watch the death scenes and the dog scene.
Did you ever see Reanimator, guys?
No.
Yes.
I want to. It's on there. Is it Neil Patrick Harris in it?
No.
All right, I don't know what I'm fucking thinking of.
Yeah. Long time ago at 1 a.m.
Based on the H.P. Lovecraft story.
It's an H.P. Lovecraft story, which is itself a parody of Frankenstein.
Okay.
It is, yeah.
So all the main villains are going to be races other than white.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
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 Yeah. That's in there.
No, yeah.
That's in there.
Yeah.
They kill a cat 3 times in that movie.
That's awesome.
That was really good.
That's pretty crazy.
Yeah.
And also that Herbert West seems to at every turn want to piss off people around him.
Yeah, that was weird.
And then is surprised when they're... Well, I don't understand why you're being so sensitive.
Yeah, that was the character interactions are weird.
I mean, it may be that H.P. Lovecraft doesn't know how humans act.
Well, remember he was isolated, and then he went to New York, and was like, oh, this yellow man is asking me how my day was.
There's way more than just him being isolated. He had like a really...
The ants.
dark,
bad
weird.
upbringing, like really shitty.
He
Both parents dead, raised by his aunts.
His aunts never told him when to go to bed. He never had a bedtime, so he would stay up for days.
They only had girls' clothing, so he was dressed like that, even though he never identified, like...
And then he also...
stayed in the attic.
Stayed in the attic, read whatever he wanted, which a lot of it was...
Never allowed to go outside, too, I think.
That's right. And he ate almost only cake and candy.
Yeah.
Like, he didn't eat vegetables.
He should have been dead way earlier, like...
And, like, that was one of the theories, is that he actually had a form of malnutrition that gave him delusions, or, like, visions and things.
Yeah, that's all the nightmares came from, right?
Yeah. And then when he was an adult, because, in his opinion, I don't know, being fat made you low class.
Yeah.
He was like, I will only be 140 pounds or lower. And so... Instead of eating better, he would just starve himself for a few days and then eat nothing but cake and candy again.
Wow.
He's a fucking weird guy.
Yeah. It's... Yeah.
Yeah, Reanimated is pretty good.
Reanimated is pretty good. Reanimated pretty good.
So what's he been up to?
It's so weird, because, like, you can't... Because you look at it and go, of course, that's why... he thinks that way.
Yeah.
It's still not an excuse.
It's not an excuse.
But you get it.
He had a Jewish wife who had to keep reminding him.
Yeah.
Yeah, that interaction. I love you so much. Not like the other Jews.
Yeah.
Honey, you're gonna have to stop saying that. It's not. I don't know, that's kind of my big stuff lately. Other than that, it's just been
Okay, so you never answered the question.
Oh.
Reverse mermaid or regular mermaid?
Fuck. Regular mermaid. They still can do mouth stuff.
Yeah, we can't make something.
No, you can fertilize the eggs. Okay, for everyone who couldn't see his face just now. How earnest, how important this was to him. How That was really bad, I gotta say.
That's not what it's about.
You can't make something with it.
No, you're just shallow and you need the looks, right?
That does remind me, I actually watched some of Norm Macdonald's old stuff.
Oh, cool.
So great.
Me and we were talking about it.
Yeah, wow.
And I watched his bits about his wife.
Mm-hmm.
And they're
An
just...
old battle axe.
You call your wife a battle axe. And I said, I'm feeling, I'm looking in the mirror, I feel like an old man. I feel like I'm fat. I'm going downhill.
Mm-hmm.
Honey, just give me one compliment, something that'll make my day. That's all I need. And she said, your eyesight's nearly perfect. I said, you dirty dog!
Doctor, she's choking.
Now, if this were a tell-all book,
Mm-hmm.
I would write about how I'm a heavily closeted gay man. You're gay? No, I'm not gay. Straight as an arrow. I'm a heavily closeted gay man.
I would write that I'm a heavily closeted gay man. All right.
An old battle axe.
I forgot what his second one. He had one, and then a second one, and then it was, you're going to have to make love to your wife to wake her up. I don't know, Doc. She's just choking.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's most of what I've been doing.
Mm-hmm.
Any other philosophical debates? Such as the fish.
Is water wet?
Oh, okay.
Depends which water you're talking about.
I was having an argument. So I was having a spirited discussion.
Sure.
With a friend of mine about what type of mythological beings you are morally in the right to have sex with, and which ones you are not.
So pixies are gone.
Pixies are right out. You'd split them in pieces. But so here's my argument.
Leviathan.
Anything that is more than 50% not a person, that's bestiality, and you've crossed a line.
Wasn't that the whole point of the...
degenerates.
Wasn't that the whole point of...
To the whole furry community.
Furries.
You can't have sex with fawns.
Oh, no.
No centaurs.
Banshees are gone. Well, maybe.
Yeah.
You close your eyes and
What
ears.
about like, are gods mythological?
Yeah, but they're basically people-esque. Like, unless you're talking about Ra.
Okay,
Like a
I was
giant
about to say,
eagle
I was gonna
face.
get weird.
Yeah. No,
I'm willing to get weird.
Let's get weird. Let's get
I was
weird.
thinking Argonauts are gonna bring skeletons.
TLDR already.
Actually, you know what? In my rubric, I would say Ra is fine. He's only 25%.
Apparently,
not a person.
giants in Norse mythology are basically people.
They're just huge
They're
people.
just, giants, big people.
How would that even work mechanically?
Yeah.
So
What about a golem?
Oh man,
It's basically a sex robot.
it's basically a sex robot. No shame there, but they can't open their mouths, and where's the fun in that? So
I mean,
What do you mean? It's always open.
okay. Well, obviously, like the low. Okay,
Yeah.
no, you guys go ahead. I'm trying to answer, but
no, please
It's a blow up doll. It's
stop. Stop. Haven't my people gone through enough?
it's circular, not the weird like.
not the golems apparently.
No.
What was your thing?
No, I was gonna say there's like the low hanging fruits you can do. I mean, the sirens besides sirens.
But so are your sirens like mermaids, or are they just basically birds with lady heads?
No, they're the ones from Oh Brother Where Art Thou with George Clooney when.
They're actual women, but then they turn. Like,
Just a little bit, yeah.
Okay. All right.
It's
Yeah.
like South, but less meth.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
There's so
Admissible. Admissible.
But what about I was gonna ask, wasn't that the whole point of the Greek guy who had the hooves?
Pan?
Pan.
It's a fawn.
Fawn. He
Fawn.
said
Fawn's
he
like
said
that.
fawns. Okay.
I said fawn. You're in
Not in Ian's.
You're in dicey area. You're in a dicey area.
No
Not
minotaurs.
in Ian's household.
Minotaurs, yes, they're only
Centaurs.
25% person. Not centaurs. They're like 75% animal.
Okay.
Yeah, they're not even 50-50. Like,
Yeah.
they're definitely
Yeah.
not that.
Sorry.
Like with a satyr, you're right on the edge, but I feel like that's too far.
So okay, the only mythology that the only like beliefs you would go for is
Run
anything
nymphs.
Japan,
that's
Egyptian,
Mhm.
because that's the whole point, right? It's all
Right.
sex.
Sure.
What's
So
ghosts?
then, yeah, ghosts.
Ghosts, yeah, you're
Yeah.
safe.
Ghosts are fine.
They have
Ghosts,
a-
vampires, werewolf, depending.
Okay, we're going for those European. I'm trying to figure out like.
Vampires are fine.
You guys know about mythology more than I do, so I don't know the creatures.
Well, kappas are right out. That's just like a scary,
Fucking gross.
scaly goblin.
And no one wants to see that.
No one wants to see.
No.
Oh, did we talk about that porno movie that was really popular and released in Japan?
Which one?
Five of Black?
No.
That one I can mention?
Bicycle Fairy?
There was a movie called My Love Kappa,
Oh.
and it's like a musical comedy porno where a
Yeah.
guy gets turned into a kappa.
I heard about it, but I never seen.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Someone see Shape of Water?
Not public.
Shape of Water or stealing from that?
Oh my god.
I thought I stole from Free My Willy. Wait, what was it?
It's really just a guy in an orca suit, but you can barely sell.
Yeah.
Animorphs? Man, Animorphs not much.
The kids,
Animorph-
man. Fuck. What the hell?
Oh yeah, that's right. What about that alien one?
That's still a kid.
Oh, it's a kid. It's an alien, right? Hey, at what point is it okay to like have sex with an alien?
Oh, okay.
Okay, great.
Because
question.
here's the thing, because it's
So-
cross species, right?
It's a
So,
different species.
Oh, there we go. Here we go.
At what point are they mature?
It
Let's
might be
see.
completely different depending on the species.
Depends on species,
Right?
Because like
If it lives to
Your-
1,000 years old, right? Like,
Their
let's say
maturity-
it's only 1,500 years old.
Okay.
Oh no, sorry. Let's
150
say
years old.
150.
Mhm.
Does that only make him 15?
Like
If we divide by 10, but
if you're putting it as a relation, like if you're doing it
Yeah.
as a math problem, and then the x is on top, yes, that would check out.
Hey, why in Shape of Water?
Yes.
What's the level of intelligence the fishman has? Or creature?
He has language intelligence.
How so?
He can communicate with her, like with sign language. He does respond to things.
Like a gorilla.
I'm not saying you can fuck gorillas, but
What about albino gorillas?
Why she feed it like a dog and it comes back to her like that? What I'm getting at is he sexually mature enough?
okay, great question.
Yeah.
I don't know. He seems to, okay.
Have you seen his abs?
Have you seen his abs? 2.
Yeah.
He also seems to be able to communicate non-verbally in ways throughout the movie.
With like light.
Yeah, that's true.
But like, there's that part where the neighbor is talking about how silly and old he feels.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I was born either it was too early or too late.
Yeah.
And he's like, I just wish, I don't even have my own hair anymore. And then he just like magics his hair back.
Yeah.
Like,
So wait, does magic correspond with age?
yes, you only get your magic sack after a certain age.
Like, so what's the initiation of the relationship? Do you remember?
It is her setting her lunch on the counter accidentally.
Feeding it eggs.
Feeding it
like
eggs.
a dog. And it comes back.
Okay, but wait, because they have that montage where she plays it music and teaches him to dance and teaches him sign language.
But he's just eating. Yeah, but a gorilla can learn sign language. Are gorillas intelligent enough?
Okay,
That's okay.
but gorillas aren't magic.
That's your argument.
Gorillas aren't magic?
Magic.
Maybe if gorillas could do magic, we'd fuck more gorillas.
Mythical creatures.
If a gorilla
Yeah.
could make my hair grow again.
Yeah.
Let's see, mythical creatures. Because you would so anyway, you would go more towards like Asia, Eastern Asia.
Just
Japanese.
because, either that or like pantheon. Most god pantheons, you're pretty safe.
Yeah. Egyptian, I mean.
Yeah,
That's the whole point.
Freaky.
Yeah, Egyptians got some intense shit. That's all I know.
I mean, if you want,
No, it's just different. No need to judge.
I think the only one that would be a,
Freaking one where his seed shoots through the sky. Remember that one?
that
It was
does
like 1,000,000.
No, in Egypt.
In Sumerian, one of them is like, in order to create the river, it's just one of these gods like seaman. And that's where knowledge comes from.
Oh.
Because he's the god of knowledge, and like
I mean, also doesn't
it's
like
basically their Prometheus myth.
Couldn't he just leave some books?
Is
Well,
it-
Prometheus myth based on that.
Couldn't he just write some books?
Shintoism is that the island of Japan is just
Turtle.
Oh, I thought it was cum. I thought it was just dry cum.
Oh, maybe. Which one's the one where it's a turtle?
That I think that's a part of.
How long did it take for them to realize that? That's not. Are there still people holding out?
Well, there's flat earthers. I'd really hope that there's some people who are like giant
I
turtle.
want this one to be.
So
the
waiting
one
for
people-
Gamera.
Oh my god, that'd be amazing.
Kidnapped my kid. They went into the ocean with
What'd
my
you
kid.
do with Kazuki?
Got it. Yeah. What do you do with Gazuki?
What about the man and the Kazuki?
This went a really weird way. I apologize.
Godzilla,
Yeah,
Mythos.
it's just hard for me because I don't know all the names. I
No.
just know the general gist of some of them.
Okay.
Yeah. I know it's tough.
This went weird. This went really
I
weird.
gotta ask, how'd your friend ask
Ian, you
this?
started this.
I know.
Yeah.
And I immediately regret it.
But how they started?
And yet,
I was
I'm the one in the wrong when I start the "Is it nighttime?" And-
We were talking about the movie
It's
Ghost.
oh, okay.
We were talking about the movie Ghost with Whoopi Goldberg.
Okay.
And my friend said, "Is it necrophilia to have sex with a
No, it's
ghost?"
a living spirit.
No, it's a living spirit, is what I
It's not
said.
a corpse body.
One
That
way
is
to find out.
And he then said, "What about
There's no
with a
body.
vampire?" And I said, "Yeah, that's probably technically necrophilia of some kind, because that is a dead body."
Well, how do you define alive at that point?
No, undead. That's the whole term, right?
Undead. He's undead.
Isn't that the whole term?
Yeah,
So
but
it
is
wasn't-
undead alive?
No, but it's not. Okay.
Why?
Well, it's not. It's in this weird limbo.
Why, Ian?
Chris,
Chris,
even you
we're
know
not
the answer.
doing this again.
You know the answer. You just don't want us to say it and say something dumb.
Senator, I'm not gonna have you baiting me.
No, fuck you. Play that clip. Play that clip.
We'll do it live.
How do we define life? Is it simply just
Oh, god
life
damn
being
it.
pumped? Is it those synapses in our brain?
I'm not gonna do this, Kierkegaard. I'm not doing this with you.
Hold on.
How do we know what's really even real?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Are zombies actually zombies, or are they just heavily infected?
I think they're not real.
It depends on the fiction.
I kind of like the ones where they're just people who are drugged very badly. That sounds super... Wait.
No, keep going. You had the right idea.
What I'm getting at is I don't think vampires is necrophilia.
I would probably still go for a vampire, but I would still have a little part in the back of my head where I doubt.
I'm more afraid they'll kill me than anything.
Or make me an undead ghoul.
Yeah. But that's alive.
Right. Oh, which brings me to the next one.
Or
Ghoul?
what?
Would you fuck a ghoul?
Are ghouls just undead vegetables? Or
How
just
much-
walking around vegetables?
So do I have to keep my eyes open or?
No, but it's Garfield's face and Pam Anderson's
Can you be
body.
brain dead and still walk? Is that alive?
I
don't know.
So that would be the closest we can get to a zombie, right?
So thanks for listening. This has been...
Well, that's our life.
What about like?
Yes.
What about like?
Oh.
What if you found the Necronomicon and
Okay.
just stuck your dick in it? Like what?
What, like opened its
Human flesh.
its flesh mouth?
Or just slam it?
Just slam it on your dick? On your dick? On your dick?
Open, close, open, close, open, close. Like,
You know the way we all jerked
but
off.
it's human skin, right? Like,
Man, if you were a kid and you did that, man, that'd be fucked up. If everyone did
on
that.
the Necronomicon, I think it
No,
would
like
be fucked up.
with magazines, just like
It's human flesh, right? Is that necrophilia?
some people
How
cut
are
a
we
hole,
defining necrophilia?
but someone would have just
We're defining it as what it is.
Dead corpse body, right?
Dead corpse, yeah.
Dead corpse, yeah.
Dead corpse are vampires' corpses.
I guess not. I
No,
don't,
Then it's
They
not
were corpses.
necrophilia, man. Then it's free love. And you all the time.
know the law. Ask Michael Bay. He could answer your question easily.
Look, I've got a card here. It explains everything.
Romeo and Juliet clause, yeah.
Oh my god. What if it was a vampire that you knew since they were underage, but you both aged at the same time?
Oh, okay.
Wait, what? Hang on,
Yeah.
hang on. Well, what's that
So,
timeline
would
like?
you-
I was gonna end the podcast here, but that interests
Oh,
me. Like,
okay.
what? Like,
No, I was doing the Romeo and Juliet clause.
were
You
you
were
aged
both-
at the same time?
You're both met when you were 15 and 16. You get older, and then they turn into a vampire at 17.
What about when they're like 1,000,000 years old and they're like 10? The body.
Oh, but then they're never going to age with you.
That's
Aren't
true.
they still aging? Like, time is still moving forward.
Yeah.
Just because they died doesn't mean the time clock stopped.
Yeah, I guess
Time
that's...
clock. But like,
No, that's the age. It's about like their physical.
Yeah, but it's their bodies.
how are we
aren't gonna
defining
change.
age then?
Like
It's by
physical,
how-
biological change.
Yeah, that's
Wait,
how...
that's but if age is just supposed to
Okay,
be how many
hang on.
years you're alive,
Hold the fuck
and it's
up.
based on the concept
Hold
of
the fuck
time,
up.
does it actually matter if you age?
Hold the fuck up. Chris, is this going to end with you
That's
saying
why-
it's all bullshit? Wait.
That's why May from Guilty Gear is like 5,000 years old,
Yeah,
but she only has the mind of a 17-year-old
yeah.
because she was frozen.
No, because Japan, it's cute.
Okay, so I'm going to say something that nobody has a reference point for, but Doctor Who Season 2.
So the
Okay.
nine-tailed fox I would have sex with from Japan.
Doctor Who Season 2, there was that whole storyline where Doctor Who wanted to have sex with it the first time with one of
Yeah.
his companions,
Mhm.
who's a 19-year-old.
Okay.
And I was super uncomfortable with it because, well, Doctor Who's technically immortal, but he's
Yeah.
specifically like a 900-year-old guy.
Yeah, that's weird.
That's weird.
Yeah, he should go his age.
Yeah, try and find
because
someone.
it has to be like not necessarily physical. It's more about like just mental
Yeah.
like experience.
And it's crazy how you would even want intimacy or sex like that if you're 900 years old.
Right?
Yeah, like wouldn't you get bored? Like,
She's 19. She sees the universe as a fun... He wanted a manic pixie dream. That's what he wanted. He wanted a
At some
Zoe
point,
Deschanel.
at some point, fantasies do become like
Yeah.
the only desire anymore.
Yeah.
900 years though, man.
Yeah, that's it. And I couldn't get out of my head like, oh, that's just a creepy old guy and a 19-year-old.
But what would make him not creepy? Go for 800-year-old
Yes,
Winner.
that's what I would like. I want.
Well, hang on, I want to go back to it. So the 17-year-old turns into not
Yes.
dead. Though
Okay,
still alive.
so
But
you are
mentally, where is she?
wherever she continues to develop an age.
That's fine.
Okay. Okay.
If anything, your body's just gonna
Isn't that
rot
the
and
whole
decay.
thing
Isn't
where,
that
like-
just rapid aging? If anything, she's gonna look
We're like,
grosser.
legal age is 18.
Okay, I'm on your. Okay, you're right. I'm gonna agree with you.
Yeah.
I'm gonna agree with you on this one.
Yeah. For me, it's kind of like that. Like, legal age is 18, but like, man, it's kind of uncomfortable. No, fuck this.
But mentally, she's older. Their body's gonna be rotting and like
Yeah, you gotta
older
get in
than
there.
you'll ever be.
Yeah,
Yeah.
she turns to a vampire. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, now.
I'm glad we. I'm glad we cleared that up.
Oh, we'll see you guys later.
I win. I win.
Chris
I
is
win.
the winner.
I feel
I
like we
win.
all lost. I feel
win.
like we all
I
lost.
win.
We all lost it.
Every time we touch, something courses through my blood, and I'm born anew. Can you feel this warmth too? I need you so much. I'm addicted to your love. Nothing I can do. I'm so helpless for you. Heavenly, I feel the stars align for eternity. Till the end of time, ecstasy so burned into my mind. You're a drug for me, pure and crystalline. When you're far away, I'm absorbed within a haze, so consumed by you. Do you think of me too? Counting down the days, got me sleepless in a craze. I'm a slave to you, so damn helpless for you. Heavenly, I feel the stars align for eternity. Till the end of time, ecstasy so burned into my mind. You're a drug for me, pure and crystalline. Na the stars align for eternity, till the end of time. Ecstasy, so burned into my mind. You're a drug for me.